Oh man, I guess I can go ahead and hop right into it. All right, everyone, welcome. We are going to be popping off tonight with some more Cultist Simulator. So we started off last week. We we started off last week starting a new game on Cultist Simulator. And now I lost my train of thought. God damn it. We're going to be continuing that. So let's go ahead and hop into game. We are a young aspirant named Yarbs. Uh-oh. Did my game freeze up? That was fast. Hey, there we go. Where were we? Alright, so we've loaded the game here. So far we had... Why is that over there? We didn't have very many lore. We had some books. We had 2 patrons, a couple followers. We were getting a bunch of pawns, and we didn't want those. So we're actually going to continue off. Let's see where we were. We were still trying to get that promotion at work. We were translating one of the texts that we got because we now speak Greek, I believe it is. Yes, that's being used in there. We were dreaming in order to get rid of the sickness here. Ooh, ah, ah, ah. And let's continue from there. Actually, let's go ahead and use... Let's not use our health there. We're going to wait, and we're going to see if we can use something to go and explore here. Alright. So there's our translation skill. We'll put that back down there. There's the book that we can now read because it was translated on what is contained by silver. I believe this is a book that gives us lantern lore. Dire bestiary of horrors that to be found in mirrors. This is a recent edition of a 3rd century text by Pomander. So we're going to go ahead and pop that in there. We're going to start reading it. Same thing we just read. Meanwhile, we're going to keep going to work, trying to get that promotion. We still didn't get it. That's fine. Good news is we don't have to worry about our boss ever fucking mess with us again because we took him out. If you recall last time. Josh, is it too loud on your end? Could you let me know? The Cultist game. Cultist Simulator. Let me know if it's too loud. Yep, we're going to get our cold back, and we're going to get restlessness, which we can't do much about right now. Ah, okay. That's fine. I think it's at a reasonable volume. No one complained last time. All right, we translated this book. The virgin maidens of the mirror favor orchids. The behindlings, question mark, favor the rhododendron. Cut flowers, either nature should not be placed before polished bronze. An appendix contains a rite which might be used to summon some of these entities, although the details of its use are not made clear. All right, so we got that lantern lore like I figured we would, and we got a ritual. So this is a rite or ritual in which this rite recalls the loss of the watchman who walks the house which has no walls. The instrument of power is used to summon him to take his sacrifice. Precious knowledge from the root of your thoughts. The assistant must speak the words that anchor your sanity, so choose someone you trust. Alright, so we're going to put that down there by our cult stuff. So now we have a ritual that we can perform to sacrifice one of our people in order to get some kind of follower. The loss of the watchman. Yeah, so we're summoning the watchman, whomever that is. We also got this lantern lore, which is level 4, as you can see there. So we've got a level 6 here, level 4, and then the rest are level 1s, except for this one. This is a level 6. So the higher level lores can be broken down using our reason and things like that, but I actually want to keep these where they're at for now until we get more. So then we're actually going to, we don't speak Latin. Can we read any more of these? Traveling at Night, Volume 2. We're going to go ahead and start reading that. In the meantime, we're going to start speaking more esoteric matters in order to get more followers. Once, I think we're at a good enough number. I believe we need a few more variety So right now we have Heart, I believe Heart, Winter, Knock, and Lantern. So we need someone with Grail and Moth. Once we have one of each at least, we can do this location. We can go and investigate it and hopefully get a artifact of some sort. We're gonna go ahead and throw that reason in there, hope to get a promotion. We don't have any the cops aren't after us right now, so I think we're good. Go ahead and start that. Devotion is just looking for reason. We've been putting that in there, but it's not working just yet. So in order to upgrade, I guess, or what's the word I'm looking for? In order to increase the level of our followers here from like 2 to 4 and so on and so forth, we need higher level lore in order to convert them. So for example, a believer can be promoted to a disciple. So these guys are all believers. But in order to promote them to a disciple, we need a higher level lantern, because that's what, or sorry, forge, which is what we went. Which also I realized we're missing someone from the forge aspect over here. These are all edge, so we don't need to upgrade them just yet. Why does that keep doing that? Don't need that there. Keeps closing my game on me. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to keep going to work. We're going to keep talking to people. If this takes a passion, then it'll be giving us another believer, which is fine. That's what we want. All right, we translated that book. It gave us an erudition, and it gave us a winter lore, which is great. So we're going to keep going. Now that we have funds that are readily available, we're going to keep going to the bookstore and buying more books, because eventually it'll close and you won't be able to get any more books from there, which we don't want. This is good because it'll give us a contentment, and we can use that to counteract this dread here. That way we don't have to worry about that. Got our job, go back to work. Every day I'm hustling. All right, combine those reasons. All right, so we got another book. This might be a translating book. No, it's not. Translating. So this is the Locksmith's Dream, Portions and Proportions. The second volume of Teresa Galmier's examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of artisans. The frontispiece has been slashed with a razor. So we're actually going to read that right away. In this volume, Galmier records fewer dreams and explicates more of her own elaborate theories. We see this again and again. What is below cannot escape what is above. Something else I want to do is I want to start using my dream verb with these lores here, and we're going to try and find the bone door. Basically, we're going to go on a dream journey to try and find more lore. All right, so it took a passion, which is great, which means we got another acquaintance. Gotta move these over. Fetch our lore back, and we got Elridge, an acquaintance, an elegant man of inelegant habits. That's fine. We're going to use this. We're going to go ahead and recruit him into the cult using our lore here, and we'll see what he turns into. Go ahead and grab that. We don't need it. So while that's going on, we're going to go ahead and dream. So you put a passion into your dream verb, and it's the Moonlit Road. All right, so when that happens, you need to enter lore. And if you enter in the correct lore, it'll actually change. There you go, see? The bleached way. So I hadn't used the lantern lore yet. I could sleep in a room without colors, bleach the sheets, whitewash the walls, dye my hair, and paint my skin. But I don't think that's the one we want. We actually want... There we go. We want this one. I could cut a lock of hair before I sleep to honor a power of the wood. So we're gonna do this barber's morning. We're gonna see if that works. If it doesn't work, then it could have a negative effect, but I think we're okay for now. Go ahead and put that in there. All right, so we got our lore back. We now have Elridge, a believer. He's almost learned not to pick his teeth with his knife in conversation. He has not yet learned to leave his knife in his boot. All right, so he is an edge aspect, which means he's a stabby boy. We can send him after people. We don't need to right now, because everything's going well. We have that second erudition now. We also got a locksmith's secret, which is another type of lore. We're actually going to go ahead and use these eruditions, and we're going to get a lesson learned. Ha! There is no flame command. Get riggedy wrecked. I should have had a flame him command. Flame him? That'd be great, actually. Alright, so there's our lore. We're doing that. We're doing that. We've got all these over here. What we are going to do is we are going to, let me think. Got that restlessness. We can't use that just yet. We're working on that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. We need to read this. So that'll give us a lesson learned for reason. So if we read this, it'll give us another one. And right now we only have scholarship, so we need 2 lessons learned. So what we're going to do is once we get that, we're going to read this, and then that'll let us get another reason. So we'll have 3 reasons. Just completely ignore what he said and let him know that I'm not falling for it. I would love to view Fun Times on League, but I was already set to play this tonight. I appreciate you guys being my viewers. Oh, God. Hey, thanks, Streamlabs. You're always there for me. All right. Streamlabs would appreciate League with the boys, would it? Cram. Did this work yet? I think this is gonna work. Yes, it did. Awesome. All right, so we got our lore back. We also got this buzzing in the brain. That's a moth aspect. We'll put that up there because it's temporary. We got our passion back, and we got the wood. Weigh the wood. So what this is, and I'll show this in a second. If I go to dream, the way to the wood, if I have enough passion, I can walk the dream road to the wood. If I have the right knowledge, I might be able to find the way beyond it. So what this is essentially I go on a out-of-body experience when I dream. And I'll show that real quick. It's only 60 seconds. I just put passion in there, and I enter the wood. Now I pass between scar-barked trees. The moon passes behind branches through her fingers, though her fingers remain in my hair. I am stumbling over roots. Now. That's a weird place to put a comma. Is it? Yeah, I am stumbling over roots. Now. That's kind of weird. It is tempting to drop to all fours, to avoid the low branches. Pale wings move deep in the night. Alright, so we're going to go on a dream journey, is what that's telling me. He can investigate me all I don't have any notoriety, so that doesn't matter. This turns to dread, that's fine. We're going to grab this, lesson learned, and then we're going to read this to give us a second one, and then we'll upgrade our skill scholarship, and it'll be the next level, which will in turn give us a 3rd reason. In the meantime, we're gonna go to the strip club and try and get some contentment for that. Got our job, back to work. What is this diligence? I guess I can put it in. If I put both my reasons in there? I don't know if that'll do anything different, but we'll see. I put 2 reasons in there this time. And it's closed and we didn't get what we wanted. That's fine. That is A-okay in my book. Let's just hope we don't need reason for anything else. Hey, so that dream one counted down. So that's what happens when it counts down. You enter the glory. So we are now in the wood here. So what happens is we can either pick this buzzing in the brain, we can choose from the well, or the temple of the wheel. And so both of these are a card that we don't know. We can choose this one, which we do know. It's a moth aspect. Or we can pick one of these mystery ones and see what we get. So we're actually going to grab the temple of the wheel. So that would have given us a vitality. This one is a heart lore. Or it's not lore, it's an influence. And so these are only temporary, but we're gonna go ahead and grab that. So all you do is you drag it there. It moves it to the wood there. Essentially you grabbed it and then that's it. You can go back as many times as you want. So the thing is you never know what you're gonna get when you do that. And it does cost your passion, so you have to be careful about it. But overall, it's worth it because you could get a lot of the scraps, which are the ones where if you use them with the explore verb, you can find places like we found the bookstore, the strip club, and the auction house, but you can also find these locations. Excuse me. I never did get my iPhone cord. It's okay. All right. So we're gonna keep speaking. An occult scrap is what it is. An occult scrap gives us a location. All right, so we're gonna use our skill scholarship here with 2 of these lessons learned. And so what it's gonna do is it's gonna upgrade this skill scholarship into the next tier. Knowledge is a city wall built stone by stone, but what waits in the darkness beyond the walls? Why would we need a fortress except that we had something to fear? All right, so that's gonna take a minute to update, and then it'll upgrade that scholarship, and it'll give us a 3rd reason, which is good. Oh, this already took one of our dread, and that one's about to. So we actually need to use our funds on our dreams, and we need to get some opium to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, here we go. The younger Glover has taken me out for a lunch at his club. I am to do more of the things that I do more carefully, and in return, you will give me a little more of the money I earned for his father. All right, so we got both those reasons back. Now we have a senior position at Glover & Glover, which we do. It does have a timer on there, as you can see, and it gives us 3 funds instead of the 2. So go ahead and throw that in there. Job is demanding. I wonder if I suppose theoretically I could rise higher and higher if someone died. Okay, so essentially I'll have to use one of my followers to take out the next level of boss, the next senior position, and then I'll get that. But that's fine, because I'm about to have 3 reasons, so I'll have 2 left over that I can devote to other things other than the job. So I'm going to wait until I get those back. They're both right here. They're dimmed. I'm about to get a 3rd one. I'm about to go through a trial of the heart here, which is fine. Yeah, so see, there's 2 of them, is why it's giving me that. That's fine. We're going to go to the strip club and get some contentment. Give us a happy day, please. which I don't think that's going to generate it. We're going to get another contentment from that, so that's fine. The detective didn't find anything because he's garbage. All right, so there's our contentment. That'll be sucked up by this one in 40 seconds, which we should have time. And our reason's about to get updated. Yep, so we got that and that. We got 2 contentment right now. We also got a erudition. I'll talk about that in a second. Not erudition, a fascination. So fascination is the opposite of dread. So dread is we're terrified because of the things we've seen. Fascination is we're going crazy. Light leaks through the cracks. My mind is brighter than it ever was. The higher I rise, the more I see. So ill health, memory, influence, moth. So we're going crazy. Which is fine. That's part of this game. All right, so our skill scholarship was updated to notable scholarship. I've learned enough to know how little I know. And we get that 3rd reason, which is fine. 3rd reason, we're going to throw into here. Where did this appear to? We should have 3 reasons. Oh, it took it. Oh, because we're getting a patron. That's fine. While these are going to expire, I won't have enough reason to... Wow, rip. This is actually bad. Because that one sucked it up automatically, I don't have a reason in order to use this for my job. You might suffer demotion. Which I'm going to... I got promoted and I'm immediately going to be demoted. Yeah, see? They all switched at the same time. So I have to give persuasion, passion, which sucks because now I missed a whole pay period essentially. That's gonna suck that up. I'm gonna put that in there so that it doesn't disappear. We're gonna look at some stuff real quick. So now I just have a position, you see. So I can do it again. I can put reason into there, which I'm actually going to do. Because I'll have that 3rd reason from here. And I won't use that right away. I won't do any lore stuff right this second until I'm guaranteed that's that job spot, essentially. But I am going to go ahead and take care of that. Passion. Oh, I had a vitality. Rip. I wish I would have paid attention. Use this with 2 lessons learned. Yeah, I don't have enough lessons learned, which is fine. I wonder if I can make this windowed so that I don't have to keep getting rid of it every time I Alt-tab. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. We got 7 funds. We got this. I'm going to throw that back into there just until this runs out because it'll grab this second one here. In the meantime, we're going to work. We're doing all that. We'll continue in a second when everything's kind of caught up. We want to get rid of this dread here. There we go. Okay, so that pulled that in there. So as you can see, I drug it into that research because it only had 11 seconds left, and obviously this had 30-something seconds left. So by dragging it into there, it didn't time out. And by it not timing out, we were able to keep that contentment in order to counteract this last dread. Which is fine, because we're going to get that Season of Despair, but it doesn't matter because we basically counteracted it. In the meantime, in the meantime, let's see. We got this, we can't translate. Let's go to the bookstore. We have this extra reason here, which we need to use for our work when we start it. All right, so we got our good job position back. We throw that there, throw the reason. So acceptance. So this is a way you can end the game if you wanted to. So if you wanted to end the game and you were done kind of pursuing the cultist goal, you're like, man, I actually like my job. You can throw a passion into there. And it says, I will settle into a comfortable existence. I haven't given up my dreams. I'll live well enough. So that ends the game. And you don't want to do that. Because you're trying to start a cult. You're not trying to get a 9 to 5. We don't want to get a 9 to 5. We want to run a cult. All right, let's see if we can be doing anything right now. We've got books going. Let's see what we got. We got 2 of those. I guess that's fine. I think we need 4. Use this. 3 lessons learned. Okay. So if we get 1 more of those books, we can read all 3 of them, and then we'll have enough to upgrade to get a 4th passion. But in the meantime, what we're doing is we're going to our 9 to 5. We've got the Way of the Wood. We've got all these lores now. We can start talking to more people. We're only going to need 1 reason. So once these 2 are undimmed, we will be fine. We're getting 3 funds a turn, as long as we avoid controversy, which we are. We need to convince this person here. We can actually do that real quick. Or induct, not convince them. We need to induct them into the cult. Instead of a follower or hanger-on, they'll be a pawn. Pawns are great because we can use them. Exercise. I use my contentment to strengthen positive influence. What does this do? I actually don't know what this does. If you put this knowledge in here, interesting. I kind of want to see. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. If anything, it'll get rid of those 2 vitality that we don't really need. So this is just the dread, which is fine because we don't have any restlessness. If we did have a dread, we could counteract it with this fascination. That's going to disappear in 3 seconds anyway. We did get a right, so this involves us sacrificing one of our pawns, though, which we could do. They're only low level, but we want them to be higher level because that'll allow us to get a higher chance of success with the ritual. In the meantime, though, we're going to continue to talk to our people. We're going to continue to level up our followers, which we don't have anymore right now. So we just recently got Mademoiselle Bichette. She edits the Karasham Review, which publishes material too ghastly or thrilling for other literary magazines. She could use your assistance. All right, so she is a tutor of Greek. We already speak Greek, so we don't need her right now. Something else you can do with the patrons that I didn't speak about last time is you can actually speak to them. They will give you research. It only takes 10 seconds. We're going to keep going to the bookstore. And what they'll give you, as you can see, is a job. All right, so Count Jannings gave us a commission for the heart. All right, so if we click on this, the Count will pay for information of interest. This time, he'd like some notes on the corporal mysteries of the heart. You need a matching lore, these over here, fragment of at least level 2, which we do not have right now. So we don't have any heart lores, so we can't accomplish this. It doesn't time out, though, so we can keep it as long as we need to. We can also speak to her, and she'll give us another one. Oh, weird. I don't think we need to speak to her about anything. This is what steers you. I actually don't know what this does. So once again, we're going to find out. All right, so we got our 3 gold. Hop back in. Get back to work. By the time that's done, this will be cooled down so we can continually regenerate these. Okay, so it just gave us our lore back, and it gave us a lesson learned. Okay. Use this with 2 lessons learned. I really want to get that. I need to research it though. So let's go ahead and do that. These last for like 300 seconds, so we'll have enough time to hopefully get those. All right, got another book. Moreland's shop there. We're just gonna go right back. This book here is The Humors of a Gentleman, Samuel Savage's satirical comedy on the intrigues of the ailing but cunning John San, his mistress Mavelin, her lover Leo, and the upstart Corvino. Alright, so that's another lore book that we'll get here. Normally you can tell from their color what kind of lore you're going to get, but it doesn't look like... I think that one's orange, so I'm not sure. Normally you can tell. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Alright, so we have no common ground there. I chose a different road a very long time ago, but if that's a road you wish to walk, speak to me again at the Ecdysis Club. Okay, okay. Get a commission. Okay, so that's what it normally says. She's someone you can have a chat with, apparently. So we want the commission, though. Alright, so we went and explored. We got another book for us to read. Perfect. And we're just going to keep doing that. We want to get as many books as we can. So the thing about Moreland's bookshop is if you do it too many times in a certain amount of time, I'm not sure how long it is exactly, but there's always a chance that the bookstore is going to close. It'll give you one last book and then it'll close the shop and you won't ever be able to go back there again, essentially. Which is fine because we can always get books from the auction house. So you want to get as many books as you can before everything shuts down. All right, so we got a commission. We might be able to do that one because we have a few of the moth lures there. All right, so we click on this. We need at least level 2, which I think the base one is level 2. Yeah. So what we do is we use it with the study verb or the work verb, and it'll take care of it. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Do that, and it needs one of our reason. It'll take 60 seconds, which our job's only 58 seconds. Okay, that's annoying. But it's all right. Health and vitality. Go and study that. That should be plenty of time. We're gonna lose our job again. But that's okay. That is okay. What do we get? The Victory of Crowns. Erratic accounts by one Erin of the hunting and consumption of supposed immortals by shadowy cults of assassins. Published in the late 19th century. We're going to keep... I want to keep going to the bookstore while we have the money. Because we're about to lose this again, unfortunately. Because I can't put it anywhere. Maybe... Hey yo, look at that. We can put it in there to pause it. Look at that. Once again, I have amazed myself. Alright. So now we can go ahead and throw that back into the Whew, that was close. I didn't want to lose the job a second time, because that's annoying. Alright, so we got another book. We're just going to keep collecting those. We're about to get paid in 70 seconds, so we're actually going to hold off for a minute now on our books. We're waiting for the second vitality. When we get that, then we'll combine those and it'll give us a lesson learned, and we'll combine those with our stronger physique in order to get a level up on that and get a third health. Which we're going to keep getting these stupid... Ugh. This stupid dread is really annoying. Alright, so what's this most recent book we got? Apollo and Marsyas. The libretto of a lost opera concerning the contest between Apollo and Marsyas and its tragic outcome. The librettist is identified only by their initials, RKNJL. Archangel. Maybe I'm reaching there. Alright. So we can talk to this lady now. We can give her a commission back and the completed product, which is this right here, a brief discussion. Your own work in manuscript form. Give it back to her, it'll take 10 seconds, and she'll pay us in spinatré, which is the money of the occult world. We got this contentment. We're gonna freaking counteract this dread with it because we're about to get another one anyway. Which is really frustrating. I hate dread in this game. See? Alright, we got an iron spinatria. Initiates of the hidden world use spinatré to pay for services. Iron spinatré are the lowest denomination and display scenes of murder on the reverse side. They can be sold for more traditional funds at an auction house. Alright, so we're going to set that next to our money. We got a glimmering, a mystique, and we get this lady back. Oh, wait. Heart of at least level 2. We got this heart right here. I forgot we used one with our health. So we'll do that as soon as that's done. We'll do that one next, and we'll get some more money. We only have 4 funds right now, so we need to focus on our job for a minute. We could, if we wanted to, send one of our pawns after the boss to see if we can take him out and get that higher level position, essentially. Pardon me for 1 second. Excuse me. All right. Sorry, text my wife real quick. So once that's done, oh man, I actually messed up there. I was going to take care of that real quick. All right, so we got 2 lessons learned, which is good. So we're gonna go ahead and use our skill physique with 2 of these lessons learned, and we're gonna increase that. That'll give us a 3rd health, and then we'll be set with that for a little bit. You want to get as many of these as you can, because as you go along, you'll start needing them for other things. Like right now, I need 1 reason for this. If I were to speak to somebody and it was a patron, it would take a reason. And then say I needed another reason for one of these locations, then I would be left with 0 reason. And then say something else required one and then I don't have any. It's kind of a ever changing balance act on having the right enough amount of abilities, ingredients, I guess. We'll get some opiates in order to counteract our sadness. That's how it's done in real life. Contentment. Ooh, so see how that popped up? That's about to suck that in. So since we paused it here, though, we're going to drag that into there and just get rid of it. Thank you very much. That way it doesn't even get drug into that dread verb over there. Because if it did, then we'd be SOL. I'm going to go behind screen here for a second. Give me one moment. Hey, I'm muted. Why am I talking if I'm muted? Genius. So what we did there was we completed that research with the 2 lessons learned and the skill in order to get a 3rd health. So we're going to move that down there with the other ones. So the only one that we haven't done, actually we have all 3 of them. So in order for us to increase it to the next level, we'll need 3 lessons learned, which actually, this has got 87 seconds left. We actually could increase our passion to the next level. We're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Java's 55 seconds. I should have seen this glimmering here, but I wasn't paying attention. So they came off countdown. Whenever you do a commission for them, they will go on countdown. It's 25 seconds. I think we're fine. We're actually going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so this commission will be done. Collect that. Put that there. That's another reason. Glimmering. They give us this commission of the heart, so that we're going to speak to that guy after this lady's done sitting there ignoring us. That's fine. We're going to use and abuse that as long as it makes the cards pause. Because that's what we want. Gonna go to work. We're going to talk to her about the Ecdysis Club because she mentioned it a second ago. We're going to combine these 2 to get a lessons learned. That'll give us 1 of them, and then we can read this twice, which is 120 seconds. And they'll give us 3 of them, and we can use this wild imagination with 3 of them to gain more passion. So then we'll be up to 4 passion, which is great. Once we're done talking to that lady, we're going to talk to him, and we're going to get more money for the occult world here. While we're at it, let's go ahead and dream on the wood. So notice it says the way of the wood. You have enough passion, you can walk the dream mode to the wood if we want, or if we have the right knowledge, I might be able to find a way beyond it. So all you can do is throw some lore in here and see what happens. So that one automatically was the right one. Approaching the white door. There's a house in the wood. I know something of that house, enough to find my way in its light. See, it didn't change anything there. If you see some of the text change, that's how you know you combined it in the proper way. Because this game's all about figuring out what combination of lore plus their verbs equate to a different effect. So this one says not enough. So since this is only a level 2, it's not powerful enough. Same thing would probably be this one, not enough. But, so we know we can use lantern, winter, or knock in order to find the next door. This one is level 4. So it's enough to approach the white door. So we're going to go ahead and let that run. We got a contentment, which is great. We don't really need it right now, but can we use it with anything? Meet me there. Interesting. So I wonder if we go... If we travel to it, that's how we meet her there. I'm not sure. Detective hasn't found anything because he's useless. I don't think this iron spinatria will be enough for us to learn a new language. Like, this guy can teach us Latin, which would be great because then we could read this book. But if you notice when we read this, it said is the lowest denomination, which I don't think... I mean, we can talk to him and see. But right now we're going to actually turn this into him before we even consider that, because we might get a higher spinatria. Nope, another iron. That's fine. We did get a glimmering, though. Got some mystique. And got Count Jannings back, which you notice we can't talk to him because he's on cooldown now. She'll teach us Greek, which we already know, so we don't have to worry about that. We might be getting ready to go on our next adventure. Combine these two glimmerings. Wait, what? Oh, I got the glimmering from that last job. I was like, wait a second, I'm confused. So we're gonna read both these books, and that's, we have plenty of time. Right now we're just worried about raking in the money. We're gonna kind of build up and see what we can do here. Sorry for my screen jumping back and forth. This is the easiest way for it to keep the whole game on the screen, because if I do a display or window capture of this game, for some reason it doesn't want to match it to the whole screen, and I can't change it to windowed mode from here, otherwise I would. Here, let me save and exit real quick and see if I can fix it that way. Options. No, you have to do it from the startup of the game. So actually, we're going to leave real quick. We're going to start that up. That way I can play it in windowed mode and you guys won't have to see me jumping back and forth. All right, so let's pull it up here. If my computer would freaking work. Wait, is this? No, it's not. It's not League. It is not. It's my desktop. Got him. Rip. That's rude. I'm sorry. All right, so we're gonna switch that to windowed mode, and then I'll just drag and drop it to the full screen. Whoop. Why is it not doing that? Hey. Whoa. Get the bottom lined up just right here. Unsubscribe. That's okay. I appreciate you staying with me this long. That's more than most. All right, we're gonna jump back in. Oh no, there's still a little bit of blue that you can see there. Let's get rid of it. Let's get it over just a tad. Oh, is it frozen? No, it's not. Okay. Oh no, now I drug it over too far. Wait, can I just full screen it? No, okay, so it takes it off of, because now if I click off the other side, it's gonna go away. That's okay, we'll just play it as is. I just won't switch back and forth so often. Okay. So, we've got our reason, we've got everything being researched. We're going to read these collection of poetries, and that'll give us 3 total lessons learned of passion, or glimmering, I should say. And when we read all 3 of those with our skill Wild Imagination, we will get a 4th passion point, which if we ever lose our job, that one's high enough that we can start making money off paintings, which would be really nice. Because then we won't have to, that's something we can do on our own time. We won't have to worry about constantly throwing a reason into there or anything like that in order to keep our job. We could just paint on our own term. We could use the restlessness that we get as inspiration for our paintings. These guys are off cooldown, so once the speaking verb is done, we're trying to get a follower right now. We need a moth or a... Oh, see, we got a new path. So that was enough for us to get the next door, which is the white door. So if we go here, in my dreams, I know the path to the white door, through the bounds, but the path is thronged with the dead who pass that way. I will need health to resist their chill, which we've got plenty of health. We've got 3. Plenty. So we're actually going to go through that. In my dreams, I know the path, we read that, so we'll throw our health in there. Now I can approach the white door through the bounds. Now I can press my fingers to it, feel its chill, watch it swing open. As it opens, my mouth closes, tightens, heals over like a lost deformity. Around and about me is the cobalt light of the mantis. So we're going to go on our little dream journey. We're going to open a different door. Instead of going through the woods, we're going to open the white door. In the meantime, we've got this contentment. That's going to give us a restlessness. We won't have enough time. That's fine. Because that's about to disappear. We don't have any of our verbs open for us to hold on to that. Wait a second. I just realized I'm retarded. Josh, you can't be unsubscribed because that would imply that you're subscribed in the first place. And I am not a partner yet. Or an affiliate. Man, I am dumb. But that's okay. We're going to go buy some more books. Books are knowledge. We got plenty, but some of them need to be translated, like this one. Latin. We don't speak Latin. We can talk to this lady here. That's Greek. No, we can talk to Count Jannings, and he'll teach us Latin. Hopefully our iron spinach tray is enough. We got reason being taken there, so that means we're getting another patron. If it was passion, it'd be a follower. All right, so we got glimmerings. Our lesson learned, I should say. We're going to read this last one. And we're combine all 3 of those into the next level of imagination, essentially. Yeah. And then, like I said, if we ever lose our job, we can turn that into a viable source of income because we can paint. But right now, we're making 3 funds every time we go to work, which is nice. I could use with maybe one more reason. The Burning of the Unburnt God, compiled by J. Wigglesworth Jensen from Oral Traditions in Rural Persia. Another good book to read. Once this poetry is done and we combine all of those with our imagination, we're going to start reading some of these books, except for this one because it needs to be translated. That'll give us a ton of lore. Maybe some madness, but that's okay. Speaking of madness, all right, so last time we went into this wood. So the further along you go through the doors, the stag door, the spider door, the peacock door, eventually all the way up to the tricuspid gate, you unlock higher levels of lores and things you can unlock. So this one only give us probably level 2. This one here is level 6. We're gonna click this one. All right, so that was an erudition, and that's a glimmering. So that's another glimmering that we could use. Woo, that's loud in my ears. I'm sorry if it's loud in yours. I'm gonna turn sound down a little bit. Turn that down to 30. That'll make it less abrasive on y'all's ears. All right, so we got the glimmering that we just picked up, which I guess we could turn that into a lessons learned if we want. We got a fatigued health, and we got the white door. So something you can do with fatigued health, if you're not aware, is you can throw it into this nap time. So normally it takes 50 seconds for it to count down from fatigued. If you put it in there, it's just 30 seconds, and it comes right back. That's about to turn to dread, so we're going to go ahead and throw funds up there, buy some opium. We're going to get another patron, which is nice. That's automatically going to pull that in there, which is fine, because we're about to counteract it with the opium we're about to get. More Mystique, Smith's Secret, and a new patron. If the game doesn't freeze on me. Hello? There we go. So this lady, Poppy, just kind of behind the scenes, for those of you who haven't played this game, if you speak to her, she will be like, oh, I'm going to meet you in X amount of time. Have someone ready. And if you get her first in the early game and you don't have any followers, she'll essentially take you and kill you, and your game ends. But if you talk to her and you have followers, you'll send a follower with her, and there'll be a sacrifice, and then she'll be your patron. She'll help you after that. But if you don't have anybody at the time when you speak to her, she'll be like, all right, I'll see you in X amount of time. And the game will probably go, I think it's like 500 seconds is what it sets it at. And if you don't have somebody by 500 seconds to sacrifice to her, essentially, you won't get back. She'll kill you, which sucks. We have lots of pawns, though, that we could throw. I think they're all pretty much useless. So we can go ahead and... Ooh, let's wait. Let's speak to this guy, and let's see if we can learn Latin. Latin. We don't want to get a commission. How do we do that? Maybe the research? Alright, so we got our lessons learned. We got all 3 of them. Let me see. Yeah, so you speak to him about Latin, and then he'll tutor you. So we're going to throw our wild imagination up there. We're going to throw all 3 of these lessons learned. You can also double-click on the things you want to throw in there. So, like, instead of dragging them, you can double-click, and it'll put it into the most applicable spot. Feed my imagination, fiercest. Sooner murder an infant in its cradle than nurse unacted desires. All right. So that'll take 60 seconds. It'll give us a 4th passion. And with that 4th passion, we will have just another passion to do more stuff with. All right, so there's contentment. Once that ticks down from the 13 seconds, it's going to take that contentment, which should counteract it, which is good because we don't have to worry about any dread up and coming. So right now we have a season of silence. These are the days of anticipation, which means nothing's going to happen, which is good for us. We like those. We got our money. Go back to work. Throw a reason in there. So this is just like the previous level of job that we had, where we had to throw a reason in there every time. And if we wanted to, we could send one of our followers after the next higher up position in that job, so that we didn't have to throw a reason in there. Essentially, we would take out the person that's requiring us to put that reason into it there every time. Which is very valuable. Cool, we're going to get another contentment. I actually haven't messed around with the romance in this game. Seems like a weird game to have romance, but I guess you can accomplish more things if you have a partner. All right, skill, a fevered imagination. Phantoms ride my waking mind. Use this with 4 lessons learned to gain more passion. All right, and they'll give us our 4th passion there. So if we wanted to try it out and see how much money we get, we could paint a portrait and see if that works as far as job is concerned. But first we're going to talk to this guy. We're going to talk to him and see if we can get... Hey, this will be sufficient. Cool, so he's going to teach us Latin, which will allow us to read that book. So that was the lowest form of currency, which is perfect. Gonna go to work. Gonna get that. So next time, I'm thinking we're gonna end up, if in the near future we don't get someone who can take out the annoyance. Where is that at? Annoyance, yeah. Here's a thorn in my side. I may yet find a way to remove it. If we don't find someone to take care of that in the near future, then we might just pick up painting and kind of let that go to the wayside. We might do one run through of painting to see how much money we make off it, because right now we're making 3 funds every time we go to work, and all it's costing us is 1 reason. If we make more than 3 funds off of painting, then that's worth it because we don't have to use reason for that. And we can use things like contentment or reminiscence. Secret histories. I really want to explore with this and see if we can find a place, but I don't think it works like that. It might just drive us crazy, but we're going to test it. Going crazy is always good. What we're going to do is we're going to keep using these Way of the Woods with, because it only requires passion. We have 4 of those. We're going to try and get some occult scraps, which are the lowest form of a certain type of lore. The secret histories is what it is. And by exploring with those is how we get locations. All right, so we now know Latin. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw that Latin up there, and we're going to translate this book. That takes 60 seconds. That's fine. We're going to get a second contentment, which is nice. The policeman's on our tail, but we don't have any notoriety because we haven't really done anything noteworthy in our cult activities as far as that's concerned. I might show you guys real quick how to do an exploration or a location of a vault here. I think we should have enough people. Let's go ahead and keep trying to recruit some followers. I want to do the location, but normally you need somewhat high-level people. I might also start exploring here with my health and seeing if we can find a decent level thug or something like that. We can send them after our boss, and they'll take them out. And then we won't have to put that reason into there, and, you know. This is fine, too. Peculiar rumor. Yes, we want that. We're gonna grab that. Alright, so the peculiar rumor allows us to explore. We'll use that with our explore verb, which has got plenty of time. It's got 56, 8. Okay, so they're going to run out at the same time. Alright, so this guy is a hireling. He's a level 3 moth, 5 lantern. So we're actually going to take this guy. We're going to buy him. And we're going to see if he can take out our annoyance, our boss, and see if we can get the next level of job without having to spend reason and everything. Yeah, you can only use these with the explore verb, which is fine. Put our Latin scholar down there. We now have this book. Let's go ahead and read it. What book was it? It was the volume of Orchid Transfigurations. The illustrations are certainly striking. They flush the skin and glow beneath the eyelids after the book is closed. There's nothing for that to... Oh, that's going to turn into restlessness, which we can counteract with some opium. That's fine. I was going to take care of that real quick. Unfortunately, that's going to disappear, but that's... Tried to stop it. Alright, so we got our health fatigued, and now we have this fortune teller. Alright, so this actually works out perfectly. We got our reason dimmed. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, because it's in the middle of saving. Put that passion back there. We got our job. We got our 3 funds. So we're actually going to speak once the speaking verb is free, which we have time. We're going to speak to this fortune teller and see if he can take out our quote-unquote annoyance. See, we got both those. So this is gonna grab... This would grab a fucking... Man, I lose my mind. Grab that if we had to worry about it, but we don't. Dread. Man, my mind is all over the place, but that's what happens when you play a cultist game, right? Alright, so from reading that book, we got a glimmering, and we got a red secret, so now we have 2 of those. So, something you can do in research is you can combine these to get a higher level one. Certain words beg to be spoken, and it's tempting to spend time in their consideration. Tempting and perhaps useful. So we'll turn these level 2 into a level 4 similar to this one. However, doing this requires passion and reason and stuff, so we should be okay. Sometimes, though, it could require a glimmering or a erudition. You never know when you do this, but we're going to go ahead and not do that right now. Because right now we're worried about getting more. Introduction to histories. Whoa. The prologue warns at length of the iniquities of one Julian Causely, a former colleague who Hersault now describes darkly as a worm of worms. It seems Causely advised Hersault early in the writing of the book, but Hersault later became suspicious. So this is a book, auctionable. We don't want to sell those though. We want to read them because they'll give us more lore. All right, our speaking of verbs almost done. We got our passion back. We got our moth lore here, and we got a new person. Hell yeah. So in the meantime, we're going to speak to this guy, the fortune teller, about our job. I want this annoyance gone, but my minion's abilities are limited. This might very well fail, and if it does, it will draw attention. Send a devious minion to drive an annoyance insane. That's what we're going to do. In the meantime, you notice our work verb is free, so we're actually going to try and, we're going to do some painting here. You never know, this might be a living. Add passion to make distinctive paintings, add mystique and especially notoriety to attract attention and make more money. Be careful if you use notoriety. Exhibiting paintings will keep you in the public eye. So right now you can basically, I could throw all 4 passions into here if I want to. Art of bread, it says. So you can use mystique or passion. So if I use all 4 here, the problem is I won't have any left. But I can use up to 3. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to paint a painting. My inspiration. Ooh. So you can use these, a mood piece. This should have an impact. Same thing I think is if I use contentment, it'll still be a mood piece. Yeah. You can also use your lures, and it makes esoteric art, but this will give you notoriety, essentially. Also, a little secret for people, if you click on it, it'll highlight everything that could be used in this slot here. So you click it, boom, I can use all of these. I can even use a glimmering. So we're going to do that. We're going to make an art piece on a glimmering, which if it gives us a bunch of glimmering, I'm all for that. We just got one to counteract it, so. Crap. This contentment's gonna disappear before that counts down. 27.4, 27.6. And right now I don't have a place available for it to go away. But you notice that only took 10 seconds. And now it's asking for paints, which we don't have any. So you can use funds in order to pay for the money. Another way to find things like that is if you go to these locations, sometimes the relics that you find are paints, colors that weren't meant to be seen, so on and so forth. I hate that. I hate it when it does that. I'm going to throw our funds into that to get opium or whatever. Alright, finished. This is something special. It may provoke a reaction. Boom. So look at that. We got glimmering. We got Mystique. You get a bunch of Mystique from doing this. We got another Glimmering. We got a Contentment. Another Mystique. Our 3 passions that we used. Our skill. And 1 money. Okay. So see, this is the problem with painting. You never know how much money you're going to get. You could get 5, you could get 10, you could get whatever. I got 1. So hopefully, in 0.1 seconds, when this guy's done talking, he'll say, hey, I took out your problem. And then we can go back to work. If not, then whatever, we just lost that hireling, and we were down a gold, or a fund. So this is the one I was talking about. These occult scraps that you can find in the wood, they are the lowest level of secret histories. Secret histories are, if you use them in the explore verb, which as you can see we can do, you'll find these locations. It's also in the early game, if you use your health to explore, you can also use these occult scraps to go and find these 3 shops. But you don't want to do that. You want to use your health, because these are one-time use things. I'm going to move that down there. I think we almost have all the lores. I think we do. We're missing, we got Forge, Lantern, Grail, Heart, Moth, Winter, Knock. We don't have Edge. We don't have any Edge lords. Arranging Night Terrors for an annoyance. Let's see if that worked. Here's hoping. We got plenty of funds right now, so we should be fine. We didn't actually have to pay for that, because we got the contentment from our painting. We can use these Mystique in our painting if we wanted to paint again, and it draws more attention, as it said. So like if we use that. Add Mystique and especially Notoriety to attract attention. Which we have 2 Mystique, but we want to wait till these passions are done. Alright, let's see. My minion has returned. The annoyance have proven more resilient, and their minds remain intact. That's fine. We got a notoriety from that. That's gay. Hello, brother. 5 man with Ryan. No! Stop it. You cannot convince me. Our fortune teller failed. We could try again. I think, yeah. Let's try again. We'll do it again. We've got 11 funds. We should have plenty. Rip you. Austin hit him with that rip you. Wow, both the Hanky brothers are just donging on you tonight. I'm sorry, my dude. That's not very nice. I'm not really worried about this notoriety, because I don't think anything's going to come from it. Again, we have that low level, the lowest level inspector, I guess. I keep forgetting. Hunter, that's it. We have the lowest level hunter right now, so we're not worried about him. He is literally more of a harm to himself than he is to us. So in the meantime, let's go buy some books. I guess we can go ahead and paint. We'll use these notorieties so that so that he can't grab them in his investigation, so that helps us. So while we're painting, this notoriety won't be able to be picked up by the hunter. So what can we throw in there? We can throw passions. And that's only going to cost us 2 passions. Inspiration, we'll do contentment. We'll do a mood piece. Actually, can I throw this in there? Let's just do the contentment. We don't have a vitality, but we can go ahead and get one. We're gonna go ahead and research that. All right, what is this asking for? The colors of the night. Money. We got a book. Another Latin book, which is good because we can translate that. We're not going to spend any more money right just this second. Thanks for stopping by, Austin. See, now he has nothing to grab, so he doesn't have... We used that notoriety in our painting, which actually might be unfortunate because it goes by pretty quick. Yeah, he just grabbed it out anyway. Okay, yeah, so we can't use this guy in order to get rid of the quote-unquote annoyance, which is fine. We're just going to go back to work and start earning our money anyway. All right, so we got a contentment, more mystique. A ton of contentment from that, which is great. Since we use contentment as the... we got 2 gold this time, it looks like. If we're lucky. Oh, there's another notoriety, though. That might not be good. We got 2 funds that time. It's money. It doesn't matter. We're going to go right back to work. Our annoyance was not able to be dealt with by this fortune teller, so I don't think we can do anything else with him. We're going to wait till this reason, or this study verb counts down, because once that happens, then we'll have this vitality, and we can use that with our affliction instead of using money. That'll take 60 seconds, and that'll take care of that. In the meantime, now that we have money, we're going to go buy some more books. We still need to research all these, so we can go ahead and do that. All right, so we're reading Perouse Savage's Humors of a Gentleman. By the end of the first act, Maevelin has revealed a secret door in the walls of the house to Leo, and Corvino has taken to consuming worms. Delicious. So this guy's just going to run out, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's considering the evidence. I don't think it'll grab this second notoriety if we're lucky. I don't think. All right, what do we get? Hey, collection of essays. Works for me. We're going to keep spending money at the bookstore because you can only do it so much. All right, so we got tentative evidence. I might be able to speak with him in order to get rid of this. Destroy evidence. Yeah, sure. We'll try. We'll try it and see if it works. For the meantime, though, we're just going to keep going to work, because that's giving us 3 funds every time we complete it, and eventually we'll get a higher level follower or a minion like we just got with the fortune teller, and they'll be able to take care of that issue. All right, so we read that book. It gave us a level 1 lantern lore. I play the scabrous and occasionally hilarious. The characters are contrary and capricious. Many of the more resonant lines might well be formulae of power, disguised in plain sight. All right, so that's level 1, a Watchman's Secret. We'll put that over there with the other lantern lore. We're going to go ahead and read this one now. The Victory of Crowns by Arun. The assassins are, according to Arun, the agents of a power called the Colonel, a soldier of the secret masters. The accounts go all the way back to Roman times. So this one here will give us an edge lore, which is the last one that we don't have. In the meantime, we also need to talk to this acquaintance and get her leveled up, so to speak, in the cult. All right, we got Killings Ripe in Moldywarp's Grave and Other Stories, a lusciously illustrated tome, loosely connected children's stories collected by one N.K. Field. A few of them are remotely suitable for children. Cool. Okay, yeah, I can do that. It's relatively easy. You just go to Streamlabs and you use the cloud bot that's built into it, and you set alerts. I might actually be able to show you real quick. I'll show you in a little bit. It's really easy. Super easy. I looked up I think I looked up a guide, and it was just like you type in what you want it to say, and then you put the interval for however many minutes. So if you pull up your Streamlabs, go to your cloud bot, and it's relatively easy from there. It's under alerts, I believe it is. In the meantime, we are gonna dream a dream. Dream the dreams. And then we're gonna go spend some more money at the bookstore, so that we continually have a flow of books to read. These essays are okay. We don't have any erudition right now, so we don't really need that. Tampering with records. Let's see if he actually got away with it. If not, nope. He's returned, stumbling, mumbling, clumsily bandaged. They were caught in the coils of their own plan. Heal a fallen follower with talk. I don't care about him. He's just a hireling, so he's not one of my actual minions. Which, speaking of actual minions, we need to upgrade this lady. Her name is Elizabeth, an acquaintance. Elizabeth has always been most comfortable by moonlight. She has excellent night vision. She is often overlooked in daylight. So we're going to go ahead and convert her by invoking the Forge. We got the Horace, Book 1 in Latin, a 19th century reprint by the indefatigable Nathaniel Darcy Evers of a 14th century Latin translation of a 4th century work. So another Latin book that we can translate. We're about to get another 3 gold, so we'll go ahead and spend that to get another book. We got this. We got our restlessness here, which is fine. We can counteract that relatively easy. Excuse me. There's our 3 money. There's our reason back. Go ahead and use that. We we studied the Victory of Crowns. Aaron's scholarship is dubious, but she writes pithily. Incidents of sudden and violent death are interspersed with aphorisms. Hours don't dream, long try not to. Knife Secret, which is the Edge lore, which is the last one that we needed. We're going to throw that down there. So now we have one of each lore type, which will eventually be important as we start to speak more and find more rituals and stuff. The higher level the lore is, the more potent it is in like these rituals. I'll show that off in a second. Oh, did my game just crash? I think it did. Yeah, it just completely died. Must be a sign to go play League of Legends. I hope that it saved, at least somewhat, because it just kind of closed itself. I have no idea how far back we were going to be. We have autosave on, but that's weird. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't expect it to. You too, thank you. Have fun streaming. I'll host you if you want. Alright. Fuck. Let's see how far back we're set. Not too far, I hope. Where were we? Okay, so not too far. We're still reading that Victory of Crowns. Our dude was trying to get rid of the evidence. He's not going to do it. But hey, maybe this time RNG will be on our side. Cool, so we're actually not far behind at all. We didn't get... No, we did not get to Horace, which is that Latin book. Are we down 2 books? I don't remember. That's fine, I appreciate it. I don't think we're too far behind. Yeah, we're about to... Come on, work this time. Hey! So the game closed itself in order for us to successfully destroy that evidence this time around. Thank you, game. Thank you for closing. He returned, the evidence destroyed. Hell yeah. And we got the same book. It's fine with me. So now we don't have to worry about that tentative evidence whatsoever, which is great. We do still have this restlessness, which is whatever. That's actually really awesome. So the game closed itself, reloaded, and now the evidence is gone. I'm actually going to save it here so that it stays that way, and then we'll just continue. All right, so it's saved. Now we can continue. I'm save scumming. All right. So let's go ahead and continue to read. Let's go ahead and go to the wood. See what we can find there. We're going to go ahead and speak to this lady to have her join our cult. We really need to find the next level of forge, which is orange. So it's probably this burning of the unburnt god. We'll read that one next. That dude's going to disappear. He's only a temporary follower anyway, so. We got our job. We got this, yep. The edge, which we already knew. We're going to go ahead and read this burning of the unburnt god. Jensen hypothesizes a pre-Zoroastrian fire deity whose rites were the rites of smiths, which is exactly what the forge aspect is. There went our temporary follower. I want to use this, but I don't at the same time. So if you level these occult scraps up to like 4, 6, so on and so forth, they allow you different types of locations. So this is a vault location in the capital. So if you level them up, it'll be like in the swamps or in the forest, or it'll be in different places, and they'll have higher level relics and higher level materials that you can get from completing that location. So we're actually going to save that for now because we can generate more by going to the wood. All right, so there's our Smith's secret. There's Elizabeth. She's now a believer. Elizabeth sleeps and fits and starts. She rises at dusk to do the things and Elizabeth does. All right, cool. So eventually we're going to need to start upgrading these people, which hopefully we get a higher level forge lore from this book. If that's so, then we can start upgrading these guys from followers to disciples. Believer can be promoted to a disciple. Meantime, more books. Oh, I went to the auction house instead, but that's fine. It only takes 10 seconds. Then we'll see what we find. On the white. Yep, that's fine. Go ahead and bid on it. Alright, so let's see. Occult scrap. Yep, we're just going to grab that. That's what we want. There's our passion. There's the wood. We're going to keep those occult scraps, and we're going to level them up. Eventually. Not right this second. Should we go back? We're actually going to start... We're going to continue to speak on esoteric matters, because we want to continue to get more followers and so on and so forth. We got that book. Nice. Let's go to the bookshop. Let's go to the beach. Let's use one of our funds. Let's see what's coming up next. Yeah, time and notoriety. So he's going to grab that, which is fine. Let's get some more opium. Hey, study Jensen's The Burning of an Unburnt God. Jensen ultimately concludes with apparent reluctance that the deity was a goddess. He suggests that its gender may have been the cause of its suppression. The rites described are often eerie and sometimes grisly. Alright, so we got a new ritual. The Rite of the Crucible Soul. This rite uses an instrument of power to set the blood afire. Fire is the lesion in the skin of the world. The assistant rarely survives unharmed. And as you can see here, we got a second level forge lore, which is 4. I believe we need 6 in order to upgrade them from believer to disciple. So you can use other things like these coins. They are ingredients. You can use ingredients in the ceremony or whatever you want to call it to, I don't know what the word is. I keep saying upgrade, but I guess ascend your followers to the next level. I believe you need 6 is the next. So we've got 4 here, and if we had something that gave an additional 2 forge, then we could use that. Yeah, none of these will give it to us. Like, we might be able to use another pawn. For now, let's keep reading. Kiteling Ripe in the Moldy Warp's Grave and Other Stories. The protagonist, a speechless cat thing called Kiteling Ripe, performs a series of elaborate rites to rescue members of her extended family, culminating in the resurrection of her other grandmother, Moldy Warp. So this is probably going to give us another ritual, because you see the word rites in there. If we're lucky, we might get one. Or it could give us another lore, who knows? Or it could give us both. More money. Keep going back to work. Getting that dough. Alright, he's going to grab that notoriety. Unfortunately, it runs out in 30 seconds. I don't think that we could use it with anything right now. Most of our verbs are pretty busy. That's what's going on right now. The next one I'm worried about is if we get a time of dread, because I don't want that to stick around. So we're probably going to try and go to the Ecdysis Club or get some opium. Never mind, we already got some opium. I was already on it. I'm ahead of myself. We don't need this. This right here is a Latin grammar book. So what we can do is we can actually sell this at the auction house for money, because we already have Scholar Latin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the auction house. So we're going to sell that. The oddity is probably worth something, but it's hard to be sure. Goodbye. That takes 30 seconds, and we're going to sell that. In the meantime, let's go back to the wood. We're going to try and get more of these occult scraps. By getting these occult scraps, we can turn them into locations, or we can combine 2 of them to create a higher tier one, which will give us an even better location. The more locations you're able to discover in the higher tier, the more likely you are to get relics and artifacts. But also, the more difficult they will be. So it took a passion, which means we're going to get another follower. I think we're fine. He took 1 notoriety. I don't think it'll turn into anything. Hey, we got money for it. Hell yeah. Even if it's 1, it's still money. Alright, so we read Kiteling Ripe and the Moldy Warp's Grave. When the Snake Witch killed the stag, Kiteling snatched one of its eyes. When the Dry Witch killed the sow, I guess it is, Kiteling stole a cup of its blood. Then she took them to the place Moldy Warp lay buried, and she shook out her hair and she began to dance. Moldy Warp makes me think of that Billy and Mandy episode. What was their version of Voldemort called? It was Lord Moldybutt. Every time he'd say it, something would crash down and fall on top of Erwin's head, I think it was. That was pretty great. I miss that show. Alright, let's see here. What do we want to do? We're about to go into the dream journey of Katath, or whatever it is, that H.P. Lovecraft book. It's a really good story. We're going to keep reading. Apollo and Marsyas. In the original myth, Marsyas lost a musical contest and was flayed by Apollo, who later regretted it. In this version, Marsyas' skin has a further history. Let's see what we discover about Marsyas. In the meantime, we are going to... Let's see if we can find another hireling. Only takes 10 seconds. So we're going to hold off on going back to work right away. Alright, so we did get a hireling. A hulking fellow. So he has edge 3. I don't think they'll be able to do it, but we'll try it. We'll pay for that. We'll pay for that hireling, and we'll see if they can. Cool. So he actually didn't turn that into any evidence. He doesn't have enough evidence, and that's about to disappear, which is perfect. I wish things would pop back into like the row where you set them last time. We're about to get a follower. We're gonna hold off on the work. We're entering the dream world there. Cult scrap. Gonna grab that no matter what. Now we have 3 of them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore with one of these to get another low-level exploration location, and then I'm going to combine 2, or attempt to combine 2, to see if we can get a higher level one. In the meantime, we're going to try not to go crazy with this dread, which we don't have to worry about. I think it's going to run out before we get any of the time where it's an issue, I guess. All right, we got a new follower, a hanger-on. So another pawn, which is okay. But this gives us a good chance to test and see if we can turn them into something more. So we're going to go use our cult on the speaking verb, the talking verb, whatever. We're going to grab Leo. So promote a believer. Yeah, so I need to provide an appropriate aspect for the cult to at least 7th intensity. So if we use this lore here, it's only 4. So we need something that gives us 3 more forge lore in order to increase them beyond a believer to a disciple. So right now we don't have anything. So if you click on that, it says all of this. And if you click on them, just kind of a hint, it tells you what they are. So this is Edge 2. This is Moth 2. Spin Tray, this is Edge 2. Funds isn't anything. It's actually, what did it give us? Yeah, it was just an ingredient. Yeah, but that's it. You would use the ingredients that you get from these journeys, which I'm about to go on one, so we'll see if we can figure it out. I'm really just waiting for this to be done. Wait, why is that taking so long? 24 seconds. All right, so we'll have to go to work in the meantime. The next time around, we'll send the hulking fellow after our employer and see if he can take him out. So far, we've sent man, speaking English is hard sometimes. A fortune teller to try and drive him crazy. Didn't work out. All right, so we got a level 1 heart lore. The skin of Marcius gives oracles gives oracles. I'm thinking oracles of the people, not oracles as an oracle. And is later smuggled to Phrygia, where the priestess of Cybele uses it for a drum head. At opera's climax, the pounding of the drum drives would-be violators of the priestess to suicidal madness. The opera ends with a wistful hymn from the youngest priestess on the beauty of mountain pines. All right, so we'll collect that, put that over here because it's lower than that one. This is only a level 2. This is a level 6. So if we went and started a cult dedicated to the heart lore, which I believe is like metamorphosis, this is level 6. So we would only need 1 more to get at least 7th intensity to increase a follower from a believer to a disciple. And I don't think anything else is heart other than the lore itself. And so you'll see when we go on these locations, these quests, they will actually turn into, they'll give us tools and books and stuff like that, and implements that we can use in the ritual to make someone higher tier in our cult. And they'll have certain aspects attributed to them. Something else I haven't shown you guys yet is the rituals. The rituals are fun in their own way. Yeah, so we're not going to have to worry about this dread. It's actually going to disappear before it becomes an issue. All right, so we got our health fatigued, and we got this hulking fellow. So after our work is done, we're going to send him after our boss and see if we can take care of him. In the meantime, we're going to convert this person from a hanger-on to a pawn. If I'm going too fast, please let me know. I tend to speed up when I'm talking about multiple things at once. In the meantime, we're going to keep reading. I need to translate both these. That's why I'm kind of waiting for them to be last, because each time between translating and reading it, it's going to take 60 seconds. All right, so we got another pawn. All of these are edgelords. I don't think we can... I think we still need 7th tier to increase a pawn. Yeah, 7th. So we can't even do anything with these pawns just yet, which is unfortunate. We need to start going on these quests. All right. There we go. So we got our job back. So we're going to go ahead and talk to this guy. What's up, dude? How would you like to go kill our boss? I want this annoyance gone, but this approach is risky. My minion's strength is limited. It might easily survive and attempt to draw attention. That's fine. Our detective sucks, so we don't really have to worry about notoriety too much. That dread disappeared. We're going to go ahead and buy a book. Keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. All right, we studied On the White, which gives us winter. I figured it was. Husher writes distractedly of his hatred of colors and his yearning for death. He hints at a great work he has envisaged or begun where the palest of paintings will enthrall the world. He returns again and again to certain compelling phrases, which he claims are the secret words of winter. We're going to collect that. We already have one, so we can actually upgrade that to the next tier. Excuse me. All right, so we're waiting to hear back from our minion to see if that job was done. In the meantime, what can we do for work? Let's speak to one of our... We can't. We're using the speaking verb. We're going to wait it out. We're going to wait out and see if we got this... if our hulking fellow took out our boss. Actually, while we do that... Hey, Sanskrit. I believe that's what that is. Yep, Sanskrit reader. So we're actually going to read that right now. Not explore. Read. That'll give us the Sanskrit ability. So then... I believe we had a book on Sanskrit that was written in Sanskrit. Nope, we had someone who could teach us Sanskrit. So then we'll have Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit. So we need both of those. We need all three of those to translate books as we get them. All right, so for the first time, I think we're going to go on an expedition. Find books, treasures, tools of power, but I need followers to send funds to supply them. All right, so we are going to send... someone with the knock aspect, the lantern aspect, and 2 funds. All right. The remaining factory walls could topple at any moment. Blackened timbers creak in pain. We must equip ourselves properly and move with dreadful care. Expeditions need at least 1 funds. Per obstacle, followers will defeat obstacles. So that's why I was saying we need certain types of individuals in order to overcome the obstacles that they give us. If you run out of funds or followers, the expedition ends. So right now we got 2 lantern, 2 knock, and that's it. 2 funds. So that's going to count down. Waiting to hear back from our hulking fellow here. Let's see what happens. Minion has not returned. That's fine. So that just means the minion died, but that was just a hireling, so we don't care. It gave us a notoriety, but it is what it is. We'll get rid of that. In the meantime, back to work. This will give us contentment, which we don't need right this second. This is a Season of Despair. This is the one you want to look for if you have any dread. So the Season of Despair will pull in 3 dread if you have them, and you'll die. So you want to get rid of dread as soon as you have them, especially so if you're in a Season of Despair. Right now, we don't have to worry about it because we don't have any... restlessness to turn into dread, and we don't have any dread at all. We also have this contentment to counter it if we had a dread. All right, so our journey went on. The expedition continues. Our expedition plans for the next challenge. It'll consume funds. I can add funds now, or I could send another follower. So we're just going to go ahead. We're actually going to throw one of our pawns in here, so because that'll give us edge 3. Kind of to keep all bases covered. improve my Sanskrit. We can now speak Sanskrit or read it, translate it. And we're actually going to go ahead and start translating these books. They're all in Latin, so that looks like it's going to be a Grail book. Like I said, you can kind of tell by the colors. This is going to be moth. All right, so we ran into our first issue. The Watchman shows mercy neither to our obstacles nor to us. If we're lucky, we may make it through. So we actually have someone who has Lantern too. If we have another person with Lantern, which we don't, we could add it to increase the odds. So what you can do is you can kind of drag and drop people over here to see if it changes the wording at all. Because sometimes different types of people can get through certain obstacles in different ways. If we're lucky, we may make it through. That should be good. We'll send some funds. All right, that's going on. We have 4 pawns. We don't actually have any Lantern pawns, do we? No, okay, they're all edge. In the meantime, we're going to speak about Lantern. Maybe we'll get lucky and get someone. Obviously not within this time frame, but... All right, let's see what happened. Yep. So, here's what happens. Treacherous ground. If you click on it, it'll actually tell you what you need. We will need strong hands or clear sight, forge, or lantern. So, we don't have either of those, which is a problem. We'll have to go around and try again. So essentially, we may get lucky with RNG. I'm trying to look and see if, because normally it says we will lose a follower. Hopefully we get a Lantern follower from that, the speaking verb, and we can throw them in the expedition real quick. Otherwise, we're kind of SOL, because it'll keep generating out until A, we either run out of funds or we run out of money. We actually might be able to... We don't have anyone with Forge. So it's looking for Forge and Lantern. The ones... We don't have Forge. Why do you have Yarbs as the aspirant? That's his name. His name is Yarbs. Yarbs was the first one who showed up when I was streaming this last time. And so I was like, I'm going to name him Yarbs. Oh, we're actually going to keep that there. Translate that real quick. Yeah, see. An expedition member has fallen. So this is an easy way to lose followers. Oh, okay. So they don't just die outright now. Okay, that's good. That's good because... Normally they just died. Last time I played this, they just died. If they didn't survive the journey, they just died. And you didn't get them back. But it looks like now you can talk to them and you can heal them. One has suffered in my service. Wounded followers don't count as followers. Can't be used again as agents or assistants. They may die in the season of sickness. Use talk to treat them. Okay. Nice. In the meantime, let's throw some money at it. Throw some money at the issue and hope it disappears. We don't have any Forge people. Wow, this sucks. That's why I'm hoping that talk verb will give us a follower that can... alleviate this problem. Oh, I didn't go back to work. I'm an idiot. That's fine. I was wondering why I wasn't generating money. That actually really sucks. We may make it through. I don't know. We don't have anything that's Lantern. This is Edge. I mean, Reason's Lantern, but you can't throw Reason at a problem to solve it. I mean, you can, but not in that way. Yeah, the Earth is hungry. Damn it. Alright, so we're going to go back to work, and we're going to use this 12 reasons again to get that promotion. Whatever, that's fine. We got our book. We got our scholar Latin. Damn it. That's actually really annoying. Because I don't have the proper tools necessary for this one expedition, of course, and that's the one I'm trying to show off. It's almost 10 o'clock. So I was thinking about switching over to Dwarf Fortress at 10. It's 9:52 currently. I might still keep playing this if you guys would rather me play this than Dwarf Fortress. Because I actually really enjoyed this game, and Dwarf Fortress kind of kicks my ass. Switch to Dwarf Fortress. I'm not switching to League if you're going to type that next. Hey, got him. Fuck. I really need money, first of all. Come on, be Lantern. I think he's going to be Lantern. I think I might have got lucky. Switch to League, he says. It'll be fun, he says. It'll be a good time. Win, how do you win? So this game is... It's hard to explain. It doesn't tell you how to play from the very start of the game. How to get stream banned on Twitch. Oh, not Google. Make me say a bunch of bad words, probably. Or talk poorly about minorities, which is a horrible thing to do in the first place. This game is winnable by ascending. Haha! See, you can't type stuff. Got my bot and timed you out. Please refrain from spamming symbols, sir. You win by ascending. It's really hard to explain. You have to get so far into the game, you have to increase your dedications. You have to perform rituals, you have to do all this stuff. I didn't beat this game after 180 hours was the first time I beat it, after 180 hours. And that was after reading guides and trying to figure out everything. I have a grasp on it, but now that there's a ton of DLC out, it's even more in depth now. You're gonna time out yourself. No. 180 hours of playing multiple sessions, multiple different playthroughs, trying to figure it out. I finally, actually, the first victory I got was doing this dedication power instead of enlightenment, which is Lantern. Lantern's one of the easier ones. How long does it take to win one session? It depends. It depends on how lucky you get with the RNG as far as the lures you get, what you get from the expeditions and things like that. If you have the proper tools to ascend yourself through this. So this dedication power is level 2 right now. I can use it with my thinking thing here. See, hint, the next step. I've gone as far as I can in Dream. I must perform the work. So I have to use, it's what it's telling me is I have to use this in the work verb, and it'll tell me what to do from there. So I have to keep leveling up this one until I can't level it up anymore, and essentially that's when I complete the game. I perform the final ritual, whatever it may be, and then I ascend to an all-powerful person. It's really fun, though. It's a good time waster. Like I said, I put 180 hours into it, and I wasn't bored throughout that entire time. I was having lots of fun trying to figure out what to do and figure it out from there. But you know me in convincing people to get games. Alright, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to get back. Hopefully it doesn't take this lady. If it does, then we're just going to have to keep throwing followers at it until we get this next person converted, which we're working on now. Yeah, who is it? It's her. Well, she's Lantern, so we need probably 4 Lantern in order to beat that trial. Excuse me. So we're going to heal her first. After we convert this next person. We'll throw the next person in. Now? Oh, he's forged. Perfect. We'll throw him in. We'll see if we get lucky. In the meantime, we're going to talk to this lady to heal her. Compassion or convenience? Funds will buy medicine. Perhaps now they'll survive, but there are limits to what a human body can sustain. Oh, good. 2 restlessness. I love it. We will call upon the Madrigod, who comes before the sun. The Madrigod is the hour of the forge, as well as winter. Forge lends strength, but now the mists rise and cling. We might make it through. I just put the same person in there twice. Genius. I really don't like how it freezes like that before it freaking updates. Or before it quick saves. In the meantime, we're gonna throw some more money at it. Throw some money at the issue and hope it goes away. Alright, we're gonna get our job back, thank goodness. And we're gonna go right back to work. Which isn't really a great idea because we don't have any reason available right now, but we'll be okay. Uh-oh. Oh, we might lose this follower. Their wounds are mortal, there's nothing to be done. Ah, well, we saved the good one. What is this guy? He is knock. Well, he's our only knock person, so awesome. Hopefully we find more followers eventually. We read that book. We got a 4th level of Grail. They're expendable. What is that Lord Farquaad line? Some of you may die along the way, but that is a price I'm willing to pay. Seek the cup in the birthing bed. The pine night is told. The midwife at the birthing bed, to his amazement, is the mountain mother. In a fit of awe, he both gelds and flays himself. The vigilant storm bursts joyfully from the remains. All right, cool. Sounds great. Go and study that. Running out of books. The earth is hungry. Hey, let's go. I don't like these dreads we're getting. And I don't like throwing money. Don't like throwing money at that for opiates. This is where it starts to go downhill. We're running out of money. We're just trying to do this quest. It's not working out very well. We got that guy back. We'll see if we can throw them in there and if that helps. Whatever. We got a pawn, an injured pawn. All right. Let's put that person in there and see if that helps. We got a dread, or we got a contentment to counter that dread. That's nice. We got that injured pawn, whatever. Let's speak to him. Yeah, you're injured. Sucks. Stop getting hurt on the job. Hey, we got a human corpse. Nice. We can use them in rituals. Last for a minute. Well, that's not very long. We got more money, thank God. So is the vote yes for moving over to Dwarf Fortress or sticking with this? We may make it through. We really just need to get lucky with this, essentially. It's all RNG. If we add more followers with a higher level, that could equate to a higher level of Forge or Lantern, we would be golden. But right now, unfortunately, we don't. We really need to get rid of these Restlessness and Dreads. Those are the most annoying ones. Yep, a Season of Despair. That's not what we want right now. But that's okay. We'll try and counteract it with a Contentment. Because this is going to turn into another Dread here, combined with that one. The Earth is hungry, yes. We might just be too under-leveled right now to do this mission. Unless we get lucky and we get another follower. Let's try and gather another one. That's what sucks. What sucks is you might not be able to get people. Took that Dread. Awesome. It's going to take another one if we're lucky. There's our person getting injured. Go back to work. The problem is Unless we're super lucky with RNG and we get another follower that's Forge or Lantern, we're in trouble. We're going to try and end the expedition by just not putting any money into it. If we're lucky, we may make it through. I mean, we'll see. I don't think we're going to be lucky. We got Passion, which is another person. Awesome. See, now it took 2 dreads. So we can't generate another dread or else we're going to be SOL. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some funds into that and try and generate. And it's going to give us another one, of course. I hate this one. I hate that one so much. Please give us something else. This is where the game gets annoying when it does stuff like that. Yep. Another injured person. Great. Alright, so who'd we get? Yeah, I don't think he's going to be what we need. Which is most unfortunate. I think we're going to have to just let the expedition end. Alright, lucky it didn't take our follower. That contentment went there. We're going to throw another funds in there to try and get more opium to counteract that dread, which is really annoying. Oh, we're about to get a time of notoriety. Oh, we do have notoriety. I was going to say we don't have any, but... Rip. Who's injured right now? This guy and that guy. Okay, we actually need to speak to both of them. Crap. Throw money at the issue. Whew, I need to focus and get organized. Alright, our expedition ends. Cool, that's fine. We got our money back. We got a dread from that. Awesome. Awesome. And we got the location. So it's probably because we couldn't complete our journey. It got pissed off at us. Oh, and another restlessness. It's really trying to get us to kill ourselves here. Alright, let's get rid of one of these. God damn it. I actually don't think we'll have enough time. I think we're gonna die to depression. I hate how it keeps putting it there. I'm gonna put it there so it hopefully repopulates to right here instead of down there. Fuck. I don't think there is. I could paint to hold off on the dread. It might be possible with the right combination. I don't have the right things. But I think, of course, an affliction. Of course. Damn. I can visit the Ecthesis Club to try and get some compassion or some who else has injured her? Throw our funds at the issue. Alright, so it's gonna grab that dread. Unless we put it in there? Nope. Wow, and this is about to turn to dread. We might be SOL here, boys. Yep, that didn't give us a it did not give us a fucking contentment. I think we're out of time. That's gonna take 30 seconds. We have 33 seconds there. So if this one goes down before this one, which it should, theoretically, we'll be fine. We'll get that. We'll get the contentment from there, and we can throw that into. Come on, focus. We can throw that into there. All right, pause. Contentment, dread, go away. All right, cool. So we're safe for now. See, that was about to look for the third and last one. All right. Okay. Here's that follower. We'll set him aside for now. We're gonna kind of get things settled down as far as this dread is concerned. We do not want any more dread. So right now we're gonna try and generate as much contentment as possible because we need at least 2 to get rid of the depression, so to speak. Hey, we got another contentment. That's great. That'll be pulled into there automatically, so we don't have to really put it anywhere. It's going to be grabbed automatically by that. That'll counteract one of those, so we have 1 more left to go, which we can solve again by trying to get opiums from our dream verb there. We really need to solve this one though, because if this goes down, it'll give us an affliction, which is no bueno. How many of those do we need? 3 lessons learned? Let's go and do that. Get that generate in there. So what we did was we took those 2 eruditions, and we're going to try and get a 4th reason if we're lucky. Alright, work. I don't want to work, I just want to bang on the drum all day. Da, 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 da. We're going to take that in there. We're going to resolve that with money so we don't get sick. This is looking for more depression. We'll see if we can get lucky here. We might get lucky with another contentment from the Ecdysis Club. Hey, we did. Awesome. But we got a fascination, which actually counters, as far as how contentment counters dread. Fascination, dread counters fascination. That'll suck that in. We'll also suck that into there. Awesome. So we'll have 1 fascination, which is okay. I think as long as we have 3, we're okay. Is that gonna counter that? Or is that gonna add to it? Because that doesn't seem good. I guess we'll find out. That doesn't seem good. I've never seen that actually, so I don't know if that's gonna counter it or if it's gonna add to it. If it adds to it, then I'm gonna lose because I'm gonna go insane. Oh. Each fleeting memory quells 1 fascination. Hey, I didn't know that. It used to be dread that countered it. Well, look at that. Now we don't have to worry about it. We got another contentment there. And just like that, that one's gone too. Hell yeah. So I didn't know those are actually countered, are the fascinations actually countered by the fleeting memories or reminiscence. I think they used to be memories. So right now we're just kind of in recovery. We're trying to generate funds. We're trying to make sure all of our people are healed. What we can do is actually initiate this guy into the order. See what he is. I think he's going to be a edge maybe. Our reason. We got 2 eruditions now. We can read those for lessons learned. That'll be done in 60 seconds. All right, this guy is moth, actually. Interesting. So sometimes you can tell by the color, or sometimes it's the exact opposite. Once again, we're going to start speaking to try and get more followers. He's going to take that tentative evidence, but we don't have anything else. We don't have any more notoriety or anything. So I think we're going to be okay. Oh, we got another erudition. And that's actually going to reset. In the meantime, we're going to explore with this occult scrap. Since we have 3 of them, and we're going to combine these 2, we're going to explore with this one to try and find a location. So notice how it took 60 seconds instead of the usual like 10. Most of the time that means we're going to find a location. Because we've already got... The only other things you can discover with the explorer verb is unknown places, which is one of the temporary ones, and these 3 shops. So since we already have all 3 of these shops, we should only be finding locations. Alright, so this is what we wanted. We wanted 2 lessons learned. We want 3 lessons learned. So reading this should give us our 3rd one, and that's 60, and this still has 108 seconds, so we have plenty of time. It took a passion, which means we're going to get a follower, which is perfect. We need more. Alright. He's taking that tentative evidence, but like I said, we don't have any more notoriety. Yeah. I'm safe for now. He didn't do anything with it because we don't have any more notoriety. This does last 321 seconds, though, so we can send one of our followers out to get rid of it if we wanted to. See, we found another place. Seek out the secret places of the city. This place merits closer investigation. Nonconformist enclave of heterodox sect of Calvinist offshoot, tucked away in the odd corner of the city. They belt out hymns with unsuitable gusto in a throat-scraping language that is very much not quite Latin. Yes, it is 10 p.m. I didn't really get any insight onto changing to Dwarf Fortress. I can either keep playing this or switch over to Dwarf Fortress. I would much rather play this because I enjoy this game. But if people want to see Dwarf Fortress, then I can change over to that just fine. Feedback? Yes, no, maybe so. Alright, lots of things going off at once. We got Mystique. Got our lore back. We got Dorothy, an acquaintance. Beneath the world's skin. She might be heart? I'm not sure. Alright, we got our lessons learned there. Wisest. Alright, so we got another follower. Dorothy, an acquaintance. We're going to go ahead and convert her to full-time cultist. And see what she gets. If she is Forge or Lantern, we can reattack this expedition. If not, then we'll try and get more. We also have this expedition now, too, which may require different lore types. Unfortunately, we lost our only knock person, so I really want one of each at least. I would prefer 2 of each, because these low-level ones don't really require much as far as level. I think it needs at least 4. Alright, she is heart. Okay, so not what we wanted, but that's okay. We'll keep trying to get followers. Lantern or Forge is what we're looking for. We have all of the patrons, so all we should be getting now are followers. I'm pretty sure. 90% positive, but again, with DLC and stuff like that. Hey, we got another reason. Now we got scholarship. Profound scholarship. Hey-o. Sorry, I'll close out that real quick. Do it twice, actually. Rip. All right. We're going to keep using this job until we get a follower capable enough to go in and take out the boss. Because once we do that, then we'll have... Really? We'll have someone who can take out the leader and essentially give us a position where we're earning that 3 gold every rotation without having to put that reason into it. In the meantime, we have a ton of money now. Let's go buy some more books. Hey, we got a vitality. That's nice. If we take that vitality and turn it into lessons learned, we need 3 lessons learned. So actually, we need to do something that gives us a lesson learned for health or vitality, I guess, before we're able to, just like how we got that free one for for reason, and as a result, we were able to get that 4th reason. We need one for vitality because right now, as it stands, they only last 100. I think 80 seconds or something along those lines. Or they last 200, but we would get 1 lessons learned, and so that would last 250 seconds, and we would have to research 1, 2, 3, 4, each taking 60 seconds, 6, 12, 18, 24. So we would just barely make it. We could try it. We'll go and try it. We'll see. And just hope that we don't need that health for anything. Let's listen to this, whatever. We'll try it. We'll see what we can do. All right, we got a book. That's what we want. Gotta just go back and buy another one. The Locksmith's Dream, A Light Through the Keyhole. The first volume of Teresa Galmier's examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of arsons. Passion, yep. So like I said, I'm pretty sure we got all of the patrons now, so all we should be getting is followers. We're going to get sick again. We have this vitality, but we're going to use that for this research here. We're going to combine these 2 for a lesson learned. Okay, so that's the problem. So we're going to, combining them takes 60 seconds. Plus we need to combine 4 more, so 6, 12, 18. We'll see. I can't do math right now. I'm too in the zone. The Queen of the Rivers, a surreal contemporary play by the enigmatic Monica Medina, in which the queens of the rivers are murdered one by one. Ooh. There's that dread. Woohoo. We love us some dread here. Should we go buy some opium? Sure. We just want to get rid of this early before it turns into one of those time of despair and we're basically screwed over. All right, more Mystique. There's that lore back. We got another follower here. We're going to go ahead and just convert her on the spot. We really need another forge or lantern person. All right, another book. Hey, there's some forge lore there. If I ever saw it. The 6 Letters of Necessity, warnings and confessions about the cost of invisible arts, addressed to a student by the 17th century magus and reputed immortal Julian Cazali. We'll do that next. We're gonna go ahead and go to the store. I went to the wrong one. That's fine. I gotta remember which one's where. It's fine, we're gonna go to the club instead. We've got a commitment there. It's gonna take care of this dread. We're about to get another one from the club. So if we generate another one, that's fine. Oh, did it grab that? Okay, it didn't. I thought it grabbed that vitality. I was about, crap. We don't have a vitality, so we're okay. Well, if we get another dread, we have contentment for the time being, which, let's do what we were actually trying to do and go to the bookstore. All right. There's our lesson learned. All right, so we need to research this twice. That's going to take 60 seconds. 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, so it's going to get 24 just to get another one of these, and we need 3 of them. 240 seconds and only lasts 300 seconds. We can try, but I don't think it's gonna work. She is knock. Hey, that's good. We needed someone with knock because we lost our last person. We'll keep trying. Problem is, doing just both of those takes 120 seconds. And then combining them takes another 60, so 180 seconds. And this only lasts 300, so we would need 360 seconds. Which I don't think we have. Yeah, I spotted like 12 different numbers right there. That's okay, I'm not good at math. I failed geometry back in high school. Geometry, isn't that the one with the shapes? Yeah, no, I failed it. Horribly. Horribly. I just didn't like math. I never liked math. That's okay. We're just gonna keep adding books to our library. It's fine, we can solve this real quick. Just so it's out of the way, because this is about to give us restlessness. Thank God we have that contentment. That's about to go away in 2 seconds. Awesome. There it went. Just like that. Up, see, so this is what happens. The bookshop can close. This used to be the address of Merlin's, the book dealer, but now I have to look elsewhere for knowledge now. The moving on, Miss Moreland informs you. My stock is largely exhausted, and the Suppression Bureau are taking an interest. So it's goodbye. This last book is nonsense, but I've tucked some interesting papers into the back as a thank you for your customs. All right, so we can't go there to get books anymore. We got another lantern lore, which is nice, and then we got this something deep mystery something. If you read this book, it doesn't give you any knowledge. It's just kind of a placeholder. You can sell it, I think, for junk, which sells for 1 gold. So I guess you could do that. So now we're gonna go to the auction house and try and find books that way. Health, vitality. Yeah, I really don't think this is gonna work because this is already down to 235. What do we get? The Bellus Rerorum. Yeah, we want that. It's in Latin. We can translate Latin, so we're fine. We are fine. You notice we also lost our tentative evidence. It just expired. He didn't have enough evidence, and the time of the hunter or whatever it is didn't come along. So we are Gucci. Someone bid. All right, whatever. Keep throwing money at it. Got our health back. That's fine. Course of the heart. I think we'll get a contentment from that, which will help with this depression we're about to get. All right, so this will do 60. And then, yeah, we're going to have to do another whole 6, 12, 18. We're not going to have enough time because this will only give us 175. Yeah, so we need something that generates a vitality lesson learned before we're able to even do this to increase it to the next level. All right, we got our book. We're going to go back. We got another follower. More Mystique. This lady, we're going to convert her right away. It's fine. Ooh, actually, we might have just gone a shortcut there. I think we can do it. I think that right there just saved us. Go and get some opium. Latin book, we don't need that. We already speak Latin, so we're not going to waste money on that. She is Winter. That's fine. Keep working our 9 to 5. Keep speaking, trying to get more people. We didn't lose any money to that, so we're okay. He's not going to have any evidence because all we have is Mystique. We don't have any notoriety. We got that contentment, so we can deal with this dread. So imagine our dude's just like some super opium addict right now. Because we keep buying it. To counteract the... No, we're still not gonna have enough time. Because that's still gonna take 60 seconds. After the 60 seconds to 120. We might get lucky if we do it again since we got this extra vitality. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What's this? Greek grammar. Don't need that. Do not need Greek grammar. We already speak Greek. And another follower. We're going to get contentment from that. The problem is I don't think we're going to get enough vitality in order to level that up to the next tier. Man, hopefully they actually give us some books here. I could use an actual book and not just... Okay, that's an actual book. Alright, so we got this health and we got a vitality. I can't use this anywhere else. Damn it. I need 3 of them. So combine these two, that'll give us another 300 lessons learned. Then we need 180 seconds. I don't think we're gonna have enough time. All right, so we combine these two. It'll give us another one at 300 seconds. Then we need 6, 12, 18. They'll give us 2 vitality. 18. We should be okay. Maybe. Let's check. Let's just risk it. I'm fucking losing my mind here. So I'll have this one that's at 236 seconds. We need to research 2 health together, or 2 health separately. So 6, 12. They'll give us 2 vitality. We'll have to research that, which will be 180. That'll give us at least 50 seconds left. But then we'll only have 2 still. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not going to mess with that anymore, actually. Because we're just down 1. Oh, we don't have enough time. Which is fine. We'll just work on something else. We got that book, which is nice. We can keep exploring there, seeing if we can find stuff. In the meantime, we're going to research. We got another follower. We're immediately going to join them in. Welcome to the club. We're going to forget about collection of essays. We've already got 3 reason. We need a reason lesson learned. We'll bid on that. We'll grab it just for the chance to increase our reason to 4, which I think we need 3. Oh no, 4. Our reason's currently at 4. Okay, so actually that's not even worth bidding on, because that's way up in the future. Okay, so that turns back down into vitality. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we won't have enough time regardless. Grab our job, throw a reason into it. We're gonna focus on other things. We can always increase our health. Right now we've got 3, and that's plenty. Yeah. Six, 12. Well, fuck. Research that to get another vitality. That'll give us 60 seconds. Combine those 2 vitalities, give us a 3rd lesson learned. 6. 12. I'm losing my damn mind right here. 60 seconds. That'll give us a vitality. We'll combine those 2 vitalities to make the 3rd lesson learned. And that should only be 120 seconds. And right now our max is 174. Jesus Christ. I'm losing my mind here. Alright, come on. Be something good. Forge. Hell yeah. That's what we need. So now we can actually go on that expedition. And we're going to. We're going to send both of our forge people. Which is one of these guys. This person's still injured. Brutal experience. 3 scars of the same type will kill a mortal. Okay, I did not know that. All right. So our forge is up to 4 now. So we already know that we need lantern or forge to get through this. So theoretically, we should be good. We're going to go ahead and start that. So this is one of the expeditions. So you send 2 followers and 2 gold in order to complete it. Each expedition requires a certain challenge. And right now, since we previously attempted it, we know you need lantern or forge. And so what that is determined by is your followers. So as you can see here, this follower has level 2 forge. This guy here also has level 2 forge. So we know we need at least 4 in order to accomplish the obstacle or get past the obstacle set before us. So that's going on. We're going to do that. I think we'll be able to do that. In the meantime, we're going to keep garnering followers. He doesn't have anything to grab. We don't have any notoriety or anything like that. Generated that. That's fine. We don't have any dread to put into there, so that's good. Oh man, my shit's all over the place. There we go. All right, so the expedition continues. So right now, that just means we can add an extra person, or we can put funds into it. We're just gonna throw a fund into it. All right, so we got a health and a vitality. All right, so theoretically, we're gonna combine these into a lessons learned. That only takes 60 seconds. So we should have at least 50 seconds left to combine all 3 of these with this to get the next level. Thank God. I can finally be done with that. All right, funds, we're gonna keep going to work. All right, so here we go. We might make it through. So it actually looks like it needs 6, but we should be good because we have a higher chance now. We could send one of our lantern people, I believe. And that might. If we're lucky, we make it through. No, we're gonna do forge. So if we had a 3rd forge person, that would equal 6, and I think the soft cap might be 5. But with 4 instead of 2, we should be lucky. Oh, it actually took a reason, so another patron. I thought we had all of our patrons. Interesting. Money. Did we make it? The earth is hungry. God damn it. So that means another person we're going to have to heal. It's not good. I hate that. Alright, finally. Holy crap. We'll get another health. The expedition continues, yeah. Get another patron, which is interesting because I thought we had them all. Ah, that guy. Okay, yeah, I forgot about him. That's fine. More followers. Forge, please. Forge, please. We need another forge follower just so we can get past that stupid thing. If it doesn't work this time, we're going to just try this other place. These are supposed to be the low level ones, so I assumed that the level 4 would be fine. Our combined level 4 would be okay, but we might make it through. Right now we're just relying on RNG. But hey, at least we'll get our third level or fourth level of physique. A steely physique. There are many things now that could crush in my fists. Puny man. Hey, we got our fourth health. Nice. Nice. Alright. I guess let's go ahead and read. We're gonna read that one because I'm pretty sure it gives us another patron? What the hell? I swear I got all of them. Can you please stop autosaving as I move stuff? What's the autosave thing set at right now? 5 minutes? Just move it up to 10. It keeps catching me when I'm not, or when I'm moving something. And it freaks me out because I think the game's crashing again. Did we make it? Hey, we made it. I think we made it. I think we're fine. I don't think we need to send another. I missed it. I'm pretty sure we made it. Damn it. That's fine. I'll take that. We got a 6th patron. Interesting. Smith's secret was a level 1 more. Jesus. Peculiar rumor. Oh, that's all it gave us? It wasn't a patron, it was a freaking rumor. Really? Oh, here's what we could do. We could research these two, combine them to make a 2nd level of this, and combine those two to get a 6th level one, and then the 6th level one we can use to, we need at least 7. But that'll still be one step closer to making these guys from believers to disciples, which will turn them from 2 to 4s. Let's do that. Many of you know that smiths and murderers speak the same prayers. I will examine those prayers. RNG, come on, be kind to me, please. No, these guys are forged, right? Or lantern? No. It's just unfortunate. All of my people are like Heart, Winter, Moth, Edge, Moth, Winter, Knock, and Heart. I need one more forge person and I would be okay. Pardon me. Meantime, we're just going to continue to dredge along here. Earth is hungry. Yes, it is. It's raining men. Hallelujah. Earth is hungry. Good thing it's raining men. All my people are dying left and right. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This is okay. I'm okay with this. And one of my people got injured. Yay. Give me that person. I'm going to speak to you and heal you. Be healed, my follower. I do not want the expedition to continue. Because apparently 4 still isn't enough. My studies have been stymied for now. Great. Things are going downhill. I mean, things are going okay, but they're starting to kind of barrel out of control. I need more followers, I guess. Earth is hungry. There went my other follower. It's okay. Let's try researching these again. I don't know what it needed. It didn't say. I'll pay attention to it this time. See what it says. Why am I not researching people? I'm trying to get more followers. Because my brain be all over the place. Nope, I want the expedition to end, please. That guy. Yeah, whatever. Investigate away, my dude. There's a dread. Woo! I'm actually going to get a second dread from losing this expedition. Alas. That's what happens. I'm about to just do this one and hope that I have enough people. Let's go buy some drugs and go to the strip club and hope that we get contentment. A challenge of knowledge. Okay, erudition. We actually just lost an erudition. Damn it. Or use a library. What's a library? I'm actually gonna have to Google that. I don't know what a library is, but I might be able to get one. Cultist simulator library. How do I get that? Library aspects are found in 2 headquarters. The room is behind a bookshop in the opulent townhouse. Oh, okay, so it's something you get from one of the expeditions. Oops, sorry about that. All right, so we don't have either of those. We don't have the erudition, which whatever. I wish we could get one. That would be nice. Just give me an erudition. Please. And it took the dread, of course. That's fine, because we're going to get rid of it with one of these contentment. And the dread that it took will be countered by this one. Actually, I'm retarded. It's 45 seconds, and this is only 43. And I can't use it with anything. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Gotta be smarter with how you use stuff. Because the other one was longer lasting. I would have been able to use it. I think I can use... Let's go and put these aside for now. I know I need an erudition. I can't put that in there, thank goodness. Boom, now to grab that. Cool. Alright, we got a new follower. A hanger-on. Not ideal. Just another pawn in the making. Let's go ahead and convert them. What do we get from this? Hey, a glimmering. We know we need an erudition for that, so let's go ahead and research this. So we're going to study the reason, and that'll give us an erudition. And then when we have that, we're going to study 2 of these Smith's secrets to try and increase it. Sometimes you can get it from going to... Look at that, erudition. RNGesus is on my side. I keep closing that. RNGesus, indeed. Whoa, let's go to work. 15 seconds. Pay attention to that. Look at that. Contentment and erudition. That's exactly what we needed. Alright, so what's this guy? Edge. All these guys are edges. I wonder if that was something that was recently changed, because it used to be they could have a variety of skills. Try and get more recruiting done. We have an erudition, so we're good for that. That won't run out, and we can try and research both these lures again. It'll look for an erudition. We have 2 of them. If it asks for one of them, it might ask for another. So right now we're in a pretty ideal spot with 2 of those. In the meantime, we're going to continue to go to the auction house and see if we can find more books. This is a Sanskrit reader. We already speak Sanskrit, so we do not need that. So we're not going to bid on it. There's our job. We'll continue to do that. Continue to go to work. So it took a passion, which means we're going to get another follower. RNGesus, aka Greg. Yeah, that's actually the first time that's happened to me. I got lucky. It must be that streamer mojo kicking in. But that was really lucky because we'll research that and watch. It's not going to ask for an erudition. Yep, erudition or use a library. Cool. So we got lucky. It's going to take one of those. No? Okay, I'll put it in there then. We'll put the longer lasting one in there, or the shorter one in there this time so that we don't, in case it asks for another one, we don't do something stupid and waste the one that's going to last longer. I wish it would move it in the correct spot. All right, so another follower. Autosave. Yep. Freaking me out, making me think the game's crashing. Oh, we still need to talk to that guy before he dies. Oops. Let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you feeling? Got injured on a expedition there? That's what happens when you're a cult, my dude. It's bound to happen. What's this? Yep, so what this means is we've pretty much exhausted the books we're going to get at the auction house. I can roll it again the next time around, but this something deep mystery something is just like when Moorlands closed, we got that same book. So I'm pretty sure that means that there's nothing more we can get from the auction house. I'll test it one more run through, but I'm pretty sure that's what that means. In the meantime, let's go on a dream journey. Let's go and enter the wood and see what we can find. I'm not going to bid on that. That's looking for fascination. We don't have any. We should be fine. We're going to recruit this lady next once we're done healing our buddy there. Yeah. All right. So here's our test to see if we ran the auction house dry. 5 seconds. Yep. So something deep mystery something. That means there's no more books at the auction house for us, if my understanding is correct. Cool. So we got 2 of these ardent orisons. So actually we're going to study a research real quick to try and get an erudition. This guy's healed, so let's go ahead and convert this lady before we start researching that. Hopefully she's either Forge or Lantern. Hopefully Forge, because then we can finally freaking finish that expedition that's been just brutally murdering all of our people. That freaks me out every time it turns red. Even though I know I have the health, it's still like, ah, fuck. Did I miss something? All right, entering the wood here. Peculiar rumor, temple wheel. I think this is, there we go. Fret of truth would have been nice. This is a subtle flaw, which is a knock. Was it influence? These are all only temporary, unfortunately. I think we can only use these in rituals. We can't use them for expeditions or anything like that. But we'll try that again. We don't have anything else going on. Actually, we have that dread. Let's try and get rid of that first. Let's go ahead and buy some opium. Woo! Let's get rid of that dread. Yeah, so we're not going to go back there. So really all we need right now is the Ecthesis Club for issues with contentment. All right, she is Edge, of course. Why would we get anything beneficial? All right. What are we doing here? We are going to level this up once it's done. So we're going to use another lore to attempt to find more followers. Contentment. This is generating us contentment too, but I mean, that's fine. I'm glad that that worked out. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that once it's done here. Luckily, we don't have a time of dread just yet, which actually, look, we got a season of ambition. So this will generate a restlessness, which will in turn need another contentment. Unfortunately, contentment only lasts 60 seconds. So since this is a higher level, it might need a higher level erudition. I might need one of the lessons learned. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and get rid of this dread with the one that's already counting down. And let's go ahead and test it out. We have an erudition for now. Let's see if we can figure it out. 30 seconds. In the meantime, we have nowhere to explore. We could use these occult scraps, but I want to level them up to a... what was it? The one we just saw in the wood. To the next tier, because the next tier allows us to get a higher level place. Why? You ask I would want to do that when I can barely even pass these ones? Well, maybe higher chance at loot. And loot's better than anything else right now. There's our money. Go back to work. We'll have to get rid of this too. Stupid restlessness, which you can't get rid of with contentment, which is just unfortunate. If this was still around while this was, I'd be able to resolve it, but that's fine. Is this counterable by anything? No, it's not. This is actually forged too. I might be able to use that to promote a follower. All right. Provide erudition. Yep. The problem is it might ask for an additional one. Let's go ahead and dream on that. Cure ourselves. Of course, that shows up when we have a dread about to come around. Mystique. We got another follower. Let's see who it is. It is Valcian. Valcian? Valcian has operated her establishment for almost 20 years. She has never employed an assistant. Her hands are terribly strong. Ooh, terribly strong hands? Sounds like forge to me. Too bad I don't have any forge right now. Let's see if I can use that. Let's just use this real quick. Hey, there we go. Whatever, that's fine. That'll get rid of that restlessness too. So we don't have to worry about that. I actually too want to start doing commissions for these peeps, because I have quite a bit of lore. Damn, I want to use these, but the higher tier ones are so much better from my experience. I haven't played since I played the Dancer DLC a little bit, so I don't know how much these have changed as far as if they were like nerfed or changed around at all. But I'm pretty sure the higher tier ones allow you for a higher chance of finding better artifacts and things like that from the expeditions. Because I know they generate, like this one is a location in the capital. I know the higher tier ones do different locations. If that makes sense. Forge, look at that. Look at that. So tell you what, I'm gonna be stupid here. We're gonna go on another journey. Forge. Where's our forge peoples at? Forge. I want to keep them all together. Forge. Okay. So that's our forge person right there. Right here. All right. So we're going to put him in there when it comes around to it. And we should, theoretically... Hey, now I understand. Awesome. We'll also get a higher level forge lore. So we should be able to theoretically... If we get another restlessness, be able to move these people from believers to disciples, which will be great, because that moves their skill level from 2 to 4. That's fine, that's fine. I actually did get rid of that. That's awesome. Got rid of that restlessness when I used it to invoke, I guess, that person, to ascend them from mere mortal to cult member. We're going to keep talking. Trying to get more people. The more the merrier. All right, the expedition continues. So we're going to throw our third forge person there. So now we have Forge 6. That should theoretically be enough to get past. Look at that. Boom. A shaping chant. So this is a 6th level lore. Proper words must be employed when the change comes. Use this and write with a knock influence and a bone flute, which is one of the artifacts we can find, or other resources of equal power to summon a Caligine, which is a creature summoned by one of the rituals that can do tasks for us. Sometimes they can teach you. Oh, excuse me. In the meantime, we are going to study these books we have. Sorry, I'll read that one. Study a censored edition of The War of the Roads, 1450 to 1580. In this past, a score of or more of longs were made. They brokered peace with the Forged Days, long enough to set England on a path of early conquest and eventual destruction. The Forge itself devoured the greatest among them. Reading's good. I like to read. Keep generating money. Eventually, we'll have a follower with a high enough tier that they can go and take out that annoyance. Because if you look over here, there's currently an annoyance, which is why we have to put a reason in every time we start this job. Yes. Probably be fine. So normally that said, we'll probably be okay. I guess probably be fine is an upgrade. Let's throw some money at it, because I think you need at least 2 funds every time. Jeez, I hope we get past that obstacle. If the second obstacle that we run into is something else that we don't have enough of, I'm just going to give up. Because then that's going to be a second injury for the people that are a part of it, which is not good. Another patron? I wonder if it's just going to give us another peculiar rumor. Hey, there we go, Furtive Truth. The royalty of England, according to Willis Ford, becomes sovereigns of the leashed flame, destroying or transforming their enemies, conquering Europe, establishing grand cathedrals to Saint Spark. The alliance with the Forge begins to take its toll. The last few chapters are missing entirely. So this is an upgrade. This is a 4th level, I believe, lore for the secret histories. Here it is. Click on that. Secret histories, yeah. So these are the ones that we can study to find new locations. So now that we have that, we can combine these two to make a second one of these. And then we can combine these two to make an even higher tier location that we could find. So we'll do that. We're going to do that next. Actually, we'll do it right now. I don't know what it's going to need. It's probably going to need reason, which we have plenty of reason right now. So I say plenty. 4 should be theoretically enough. Or it might need passion. Oh, come on. RNG is never on my side. I can't believe that happened. Forge 6. This is one of the first tier expeditions. I've never ran into that many issues with the first tier expeditions. So I am really surprised. That's annoying. Yeah, another peculiar rumor. It's not what I want right now. Let's talk to this lady so we can heal her. That's 60 seconds. That's time we don't have. We might make it through. And the other one, we should be okay. Alright, what's this looking for? Provide erudition. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do that. Unless we get lucky. Nope. Maybe this will give us an erudition, actually. I think it'll give us glimmering. Hey, restlessness, that works too. Perfect. Just in time for... just in time for that. Just in time for that timeout. Yay. Damn. Just keep going to work. Let's see. Nice. We can promote a believer. And we don't even need... Alright. We might be able to scrap this just yet, actually. After promoting that person, we failed that. That's fine. We know we need an erudition. Come on. Work with me here. We know we need an erudition, so we can do that. Also, we can start upgrading all these people now, which is great. So the 4th level, which is Disciple, I believe. Is he injured? Yeah, he's the guy we just got back. So we'll have to heal him next. I'll actually put him up there. Let's tell you what. We're going to throw... We might actually have to let this end again. I'm just getting unlucky. Not really unlucky, just playing it wrong. Because I'm assuming that... I'm assuming that 6 for a level 1 expedition is going to be enough, but it is not. In the meantime, let's just keep researching, I guess. Alright, so she is now going to be a disciple. So she has 5 forge, actually. We can throw her in there. That'll give us 7. Jesus. Here's hoping that 7 is enough. We'll probably be fine. It's still saying the same thing. It's 7. It's probably looking for another... I guess the soft cap is, what, 8? Which is ridiculous to me. Do we pass? Hey, look at that. After 15 tries, we're safe across treacherous ground. We're mud spattered and thorn scratched, but we made it through. Now for the next challenge to wipe all my people. Ooh, boy. Good times. We made it. That's what counts. That is what counts. Reading, glimmering. It's fine. Reason stay over there. Alright, treasures lie before us. Nice, so we don't have to add any money or anything. This is just us making it through and grabbing. So there was only one trial, which took 15 people, 12 injuries, and another occult scrap. Nice. So actually we'll use that to get another location. We'll go and study our next book, which is The Locksmith's Dream. The parallels and mystic dreams experienced by carpenters, masons, and other artisans, and what they purport to reveal about the architecture of the world, sometimes mordant, sometimes funny. No one has ever explained why Galmier devoted herself to the quixotic exploration of artisans' dreams. Sure. We'll hang out with Galmier in some nice little reading time. Alright, this guy's healed. Let's go ahead and start promoting our forge people, because right now they are our highest tier, or they are in line with our dedication. Actually, we need to use our thing here with this. Alright, so we need the way through the stag door, and we need power. Alright, cool. So we need to figure out how to do that next. That's our next step as far as progressing with our end goal. We can also start enhancing these people, these pawns as well, and start sending them after our annoying ass boss. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start going down this dusty road we already know. Going down. Here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. That's the only road we've ever known. Alrighty, Cater's office. 2 floorboards lift away to reveal a hollow beneath Cater's desk. The rats have made free with the biscuits he stored there against the peckishness which haunts the entrepreneur. But they could not penetrate this iron lockbox. A moment with a crowbar will open it. Let's go ahead and put our disciple back there. There's our believer. Let's put him over there. All right, what do we get? Bronze Spintria, which is higher than the other one. It's actually forged too, so we could probably promote our disciple to a higher tier. We got a book. Lord Franklin Bancroft Diaries, 1750 to 1790. The Notorious Journal of a Notorious Gentleman, written in Latin, no doubt for sake of safety. We got another location. Interesting. I didn't know you could get locations from locations. A vital pigment. This is the paints that I was talking about that we could get to use with our fevered imagination instead of using money. And we got a Moravine dowel, which is a artifact, a tool of Heart 4. So if we were going along the Heart dedication, we could use that in our rituals and stuff. We can still use it. It just might not be as effective for our forge related stuff. But cool. We can also sell it, which we're not going to do. I'm going to wait till this talk verb is done, and we're going to see if we can promote. We're going to go ahead and put this over here. Actually, we'll put it down here by our paint. What is it? It is a Grail 4. Okay. We can use those in rituals and stuff to summon things and so on and so forth. Right now, we're going to promote all of our followers from believers to disciples. That's our current step. We did have a notoriety, probably from doing that expedition. All right, we got a Watchman's secret. And the book says, time and again, we hear of the wood which rises from the world's foundation. All trees reach for light. What does the wood reach for? Is there a difference between light and light? I think the key to dreams of the wood might be one of these, the one that isn't exactly real. We also have this erudition, so we can actually go ahead and research combining these two, which I think we'll do. The erudition will be around for quite some time. In the meantime, we're going to explore and try and find another secret place in the city. Alrighty, in the meantime, we have promoted Laidlaw to a disciple. He's now Forge 5, Winter 4, nice. We'll grab that, and we're just going to keep continuing to promote. I'm actually going to look and see if I can increase it even further. So right now it's Forge 10. No, okay. So Forge 15 isn't enough to increase to the next level. It's probably... Does it tell me? Hey, thanks, System Chalk. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. That's a lot of viewers. Welcome, everybody. We're playing Cultist Simulator. This is kind of a beginner's playthrough. I restarted the game with all the new DLC. So I have the Dancer, I have the Ghoul, and I have the Priest DLC downloaded. So I started over a whole new game. I'm kind of teaching as I go for new players. And at the same time, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Chat, pause, do the scroll. Hey, we come from distant land of System Chalk stream. Hey, welcome, Panda. I appreciate it. Like I was saying, this is kind of a beginning playthrough. Started over with all the new DLC. Cultism's great. I have a measly 160 hours into it, and it took that long just to beat it once. Hey, how's it going, Idol? I did try the Dancer. It was different. I enjoyed. I only played for it probably about 10-ish hours, and then I took a hiatus from this game and started playing Dwarf Fortress and some Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. But now I'm coming back to this game because I enjoy it way too much. And especially with all the new DLC, I got the Priest, I got the Ghoul, and Dancer, so I really need to play through all of those. But I started over as an Aspirant. I'm going to try and go for a Forge victory. But Dancer DLC was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Maybe one of you guys can answer this. What's the next level after Disciple? What's it require? I thought it might have been 12, but 15 wasn't enough. Is it 20? I don't recall exactly. All right, we're going to go ahead and pause it. We're going to continue. We're going to keep promoting our followers here. She's already a disciple. We're going to promote all of our believers. 21 Forge. Okay. See, I was close. 20 is not 21, though. We're going to go ahead and keep updating, upgrading, ascending, whatever you want to call it, our followers here. Ooh, believer, that was enough last time. Oh, it's because they're not forge. So I might have to use, I'll have to use the Spinitra. Only forge followers. Yeah, I'm at the max for others. Okay. That makes sense. So I have my forge followers all upgraded to disciples right now. Pretty sure that's all of them. The Book of Hours. I saw it and checked I checked out the website, but I didn't see any new information. This was probably about 3 weeks ago, so I haven't seen anything recently. But I assume I'm gonna get it and probably play it. If it's anything similar to this with kind of Lovecraftian and overtone or undertones and things like that, I like anything of that genre. I'm a real big mythos buff. So I've been playing a lot of Cultist Simulator. I've been playing, what is it? Sunless Skies. That's fun. I've been playing, I just got The Sinking City, and that's really fun as well. Okay, so I can only upgrade the Forge followers right now, which I think I only have 2. All right, I got this guy too. I can go ahead and upgrade him. Where's it at? There it is. Do that, and that'll be my 3 forge people, so that should be good for that. And then I'm going to have to use things like the Spinitria. There should have been a preview for the Kickstarter page, otherwise the thing goes live for crowdfunding September 3rd. Save your pennies. Secret Histories game to play. Hell yeah, that sounds good to me. I did sign up for the newsletter. I haven't received any emails recently, otherwise I just deleted them by accident. I've got a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, so I'm all over the place right now, and luckily I get a few hours in the afternoon to stream. But I love it, so I'm not gonna give up. Gonna keep trying. All right, here we are in the forest. I want a Secret Histories. Last time it was the well, so we're gonna grab that. Peculiar Rumor, that works. I think, I'm not familiar, I believe that those can be, they can give us locations. Yarbs is online. Hello, Yarbs. Is he playing League with y'all? Oh, we got some tentative evidence, but luckily we got the Weary Detective. He's not going to do jack crap with it. Forgotten Mithrium. We're going to try and do another expedition here. Now that we got some higher tier disciples, we're going to try and unlock some more stuff. We're going to try and get more artifacts so we can do more rituals. If we can find the Forge artifact, I believe it was the Some of Us Have Kids was the reason the designer included a pause button. Exactly, yeah. So I used to play this game. Right now I'm playing on my streaming setup. I used to play it on my laptop upstairs while the kids were sleeping. Around lunchtime, they would take their nap, and I would pop this up and play it for a few hours until they woke up. Luckily, they're still pretty young, so they sleep for quite a while. Yeah, so before we got our house, I used to play it all the time because we had babysitters. We were staying at my parents', and they would sit and watch the kids, and I could just sit and play this and hop in whenever they needed a break. That may sound horrible, but I was just out of the military, and I was trying to figure things out, so I needed all the help and kind of relaxation I could get. But yeah, I'm glad this game has a pause button, because one, sometimes I get lost with everything that's going on, and two, sometimes I have distractions, and unlike games like Dwarf Fortress and Wormworld where they do have a pause button, this one's a lot more demanding as far as use of the pause button. It's like if you have something that expires at 18 seconds and this is done at 17.9, you have to really get close with that pause button in order to get things into the spot where they need to be. All right, so that's our third and last forge person right now. So we can keep attempting to recruit. All right, so we're gonna go back to organize our stuff here. This was... I was a desk jockey, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a aviation resource manager, which is essentially a glorified secretary for the aircrew. We can tell them if they can't fly or not, but it's more along the lines of, did you get your training done and all of that. I loved it. I loved it while I was in. Unfortunately, situations came up and I wasn't able to. Yes, exactly. I wasn't able to stay in after my 6 years was up. I loved it though. I loved the time that I was in, and I would go back in a heartbeat. But it was great. And now I get to stay home and work from home while my wife goes and does her job, and I get to play video games at night and take care of the kids during the day. Maybe slip in some game time while they nap. All right, so we're gonna try and do another location here, an abandoned warehouse. Ooh, actually, what's this? We could move our base of operations here if so. Oh, interesting. So I'm not familiar with the headquarters changes. It can reduce notoriety. I don't know if that came with the dancer or with the other updates, but that's pretty cool. Sure. We can move the suppression bureau, may waste time investigating our old location. We don't have any notoriety. We do have evidence out. Damn. Wish I would have known about that. It was post-dancer. Okay. That's pretty cool, though. But the new research mechanics are a welcome improvement. What did they change? Are you talking about the lessons learned? Instead of having to continually drag like 27 reasons up there to get erudition and then, 18 erudition in order to upgrade it. I like the lessons learned as well because I've already got tier 3 imagination, strength, and reason, which is nice because I used to struggle just getting the second tier. The new research basically has a new aspect that you need to overcome to do the research. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like when you level up the lores specifically? I hate this one. I hate this what is it? The desire one. Always generating restlessness. In the early game, that screwed me over so many times because it continually pumps out those restlessness and dread, and it's like, ugh. I just hate that one. I despise it. But apparently, I can use restlessness in my rituals, which is nice. So instead of stacking up on glimmering and erudition, hoping RNG is on your side, you use your skills, location, as well as erudition and glimmering to make a breakthrough. Oh, okay. Nice. The only ones I've updated so far was to this third tier of Forge, and all it was taking was erudition. But that's pretty cool if I can use my location and as well as the rest of that stuff to upgrade it. That's actually really cool and super useful. Which, like, I just failed to do that one, so because I didn't have enough erudition. I forgot to drag it up is actually what it was. I'm so used to the ones with the little magnet there, the auto grab it. Love me some restlessness. Turn into that sweet, sweet dread. All right, what do we want to do here? We can start doing rituals. What's this? Heart. Can I... Also, despite my babbling, it's late for me, so I slink off the bed. If I go quiet, it's because I'm placing health on dream. It's all good. I really appreciate you stopping by. I've actually never been rated with that many viewers before, so it's pretty dope that a lot of y'all are staying to hang out, even if you're just lurking. I extremely appreciate it. More than you guys could know. Move our organization's headquarters to a new location. This will permanently relocate. That's looking for the notoriety if we had any, but we don't. But have a good night, System Talk. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for enlightening me to some new stuff that I was not aware of, actually. All right, cool. So we are a darkened warehouse. All right, so this can be aspect secret. This place is easily overlooked. Use this headquarters will cause reputation cards to disappear. Nice. A lightless well of solitude where I may experience grim insights. The rafters are rank with rats. Their smell is almost lost beneath the reek of the river. It's a long way from anywhere anyone would want to go. All these things are, in their way, advantages. Always happy to flog more Cultist Simulator streams to people. If you ever want to chat or ask a question, feel free to ping me on Twitch or whatever. Hey, I appreciate it. I will definitely do so. Especially with all of the new stuff with the DLC. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a little lost with some of the stuff. So I will definitely shoot you some PMs if I get caught up in something that I just can't comprehend. All right, we're going to go ahead and research some books. Almost forgot. I'm ready. New Game Plus. Oh, really? Well, it took me 180 hours to beat it the first time. So hopefully it doesn't take as long this time around, because I'd like to try the New Game Plus. The Apostle Victories. Okay. I'll have to look into those. That sounds fun. New Game Plus is something that when you finish your forge, you are in the hell of a ride if you choose to try it. All right. I don't like how you put hell in quotations there, but it sounds great. This needs Latin. We're going to go ahead and translate this real quick. Sounds like a grand old time. Oh, Passions will get another follower, which is great. Hell yeah, learning a lot. That's what I like. Alright, so in the meantime, we've already got all of the books. They are only accessible after a standard victory, though, so just heads up if you get your forge win in. Okay, cool. I'll be on the lookout for that if I ever complete this. I'm only streaming probably for about another half hour. Friday will probably be a little bit longer. I'll probably pick up Cultist Simulator again, since I'm actually having more luck with this than Dwarf Fortress. My fortress was doomed to fail anyway, so I have a lot more fun playing this. Let's go ahead and go to the wood. Or I might play some TFT if any of you guys like League of Legends. A couple buddies of mine are into League a whole lot. I'm kind of burnt out on it, but might pick it up for them. They need me to carry them. And there goes that dread. Woo. Let's go ahead and try and get some contentment. Hey, look at that. First try. Alright. What we're going to do with this, we are going to... Sorry about that. Pop-up switched my screen off. We got Saliba, an acquaintance. All right, we'll induct him in a second. All right, we translated this book. We can go ahead and read it. I guess while we're at it, we can translate the rest of these so they're not just kind of sitting over there. We can read them all at once. That needs Greek and that needs Latin. Translate that one. In the meantime, I'm going to test something out. We're going to try and get someone who's not forged to the next level. So we have this heart dial down here. We might be able to get them to disciple. I don't know. Clovet. Forge. Heart 2. We'll see. No. This only got us to 6. I guess we can't because they're not forged. That makes sense to me. If they were forged, then we'd be able to get them past disciple. We need 21 though. And we don't have the proper artifacts or anything like that just this moment. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get Salib into our cult by invoking Forge. Alright. Contentment. I'll grab that in a few seconds. So let's look at these places. Curiosity Seekers. Excuse me. These aren't actual layers. So what can we do with this? What is this aspect pit? A lightless well of solitude where I may experience grim insights. I kind of want to use it. What can I use it with? Explore. Explore city with health or followers. The memory of engines. Before this was a warehouse, it was a mansion of machines, a house of steam and iron, and, from a time to time, torn flesh and screaming. We will pour the oils that commemorate that time. Sure. Don't know what that means, but we're going to go for it. Just going to grab that. That should counteract that dread, and we should be Gucci. All right, we're going to try and grab... Vitality's fine. We don't really need it. Yeah, we're not coming upon a time of health or anything like that. Time of sickness, I guess. So that's fine. We improved him. He is Grail. Okay. Oop, autosave. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. We need to go beyond. We need to get to the stag door. We're going to go ahead and keep getting followers for now. In the meantime, once this is done, we're going to go on our next journey. Everything's going good. We don't need to dream of anything here. We translated that book. I'll go ahead and throw that down there. We're going to put our Greek one up there. We're going to go ahead and translate that. Alright, so that'll give us 3 books. We've already reached the end of, as you can see, Moorlands is closed, and we've attempted to get books from Oriflames, but all that we're getting is the something deep mystery or something. So I'm pretty sure we've exhausted the book supply from there as well. We could test it one more time and see what happens, but... Alright, so once more we have flame, once more we have iron, and once more flesh will know heat's kiss, though nowhere it will show, not by daylight, far above, far below, the Forge of Days performs her purifications. Nice, so that's a Forge aspect. 2. I wonder if I can continually do that. I can. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think I can use anything with that right now, because if I use the spin tray, it's already 4. That's 6, that's 10, and then that'll only be 15. Yeah, so we'd actually get less from this. It's only got the 4 slots. So we need to work to increase this forge. Can't do anything else with this, so... We're going to go ahead and we're going to attempt to do a expedition. Let's see if we can get a hint here. Enclave, no. We'll go ahead and throw one of our disciples in. That's Forge. Alright, so we have Winter, we have Knock, we have Forge 10, we have Edge 2. So we'll see if that is good enough as far as the lores required for, or the aspects, I guess, required for this expedition. So we're going to start that up. Alright, so beginning expedition, the Congregation of St. Felix of Shurin. Membership of the congregation is strictly controlled and may even be inherited. The safest approach is to burgle the minister's residence while he's conducting his service. The sworn mothers of the congregation guard the place in shifts, and they are not easily distracted. Expeditions need yada yada. Alright, let's see if that's enough. Let's see if what we gave them is enough to get through that expedition. This last expedition we had, just the basic tier 1 was bleeding us dry. Like 90% of our people were getting just demolished, which is just unfortunate. It is what it is, but we also might have the ability to send one of our followers after the boss of this company in order so we don't have to submit reasons for that. We'll see. What is restlessness? It's Forge 2. Okay, that's fine. I also need to upgrade my dedication. Alright, the expedition continues. We don't need anything just yet. Alright, we've translated that. We can go ahead and start reading these now. Oops, I didn't read that. Read Greece's A True and Complete Accounting of the Asclepian Mysteries of the Roots of the House. This is very obviously not an antique text. At the very least, it has been badly mutilated, but it contains substantial, intriguing material, especially a persuasive comparison of the house without walls, without doors to the human body, with its many portals. All right. Teach me something, book. All right. Our strength may not be enough. We may prevail if we're lucky. Okay, so we need, we can murder them or deceive them. So we need someone with edge. What is this guy? He's Forge and Winter. So if we add another edge, it'll get us to edge 4. Still may not be enough. Wait, did I click on the wrong person? I did. That's edge 4. We might prevail if we're lucky. So we need deceive them or... So I think that's Moth. No, it's not Winter. Yeah, Winter's not doing anything. I think it's Moth. I'm pretty sure it's Moth. Which I don't think we have anyone else that would quite fit in that category. We could add her. We have relics, ancient relics. Okay, so that looks like a success. It's only Moth 2, which is interesting. A desperate deception. It doesn't say anything about being unlucky, so we'll see. I mean, we have Forge 10. Theoretically, that should be enough. But I said that about the last time when we had 6, and I thought that was enough. Give me that sweet, sweet mystique. Let's go ahead and induct this lady. We got a delicious contentment, which will be good because this will turn to dread in just a second, and we can use that there. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and induct this lady. Welcome to the club. Dread, meet contentment, goodbye. The monks, delusion. Faith is a double-edged sword. These monks have great talent in the matter of believing, and so they have believed our lies. Hell yeah, that means we made it. Give me my money. Go back to work. Organize a raid of some dude's house. All in a day's work. Alright, what do we get from this book? We got a ritual. The direction of death is down, the book explains. The peacock door has been considered a rent or an abrasion, but in some respects it is more like a mouth, if not a more treasured point of entry. Discussions of the doors include a rite in which may conjure creatures through those doors, although key incantations are missing. So we got a rite, and we got a level 4 heart lore. Nice. Alright, another ritual. Awesome. Okay. So we'll keep doing that. She is Grail. Okay. There's our lantern lore. I don't think we can... Yeah, this is hard. We can only increase the forge individuals to disciples, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they have the potential. So they're the only ones right now that we can be upgrading. And it's, I believe we need 21. So this is 6. The Spintria is 4, so that's only 10. And then they're 15. They're 5, so that's only 15. So we need another 6. If we can find a relic, hopefully we find one here. We're going to keep reading. All right, so read Lord Franklin Bancroft's diaries, 1750 to 1790. Bancroft seems to have been a talented adept, but devoted his energies to frustratingly whimsical projects, arranging grape-fetching races between Mansus spirits, teaching percussagants to juggle, and conjuring storms of imaginary blossoms for the rose witch, Ayrshire, who resolutely refused ever to couple with him. Bancroft spends 20 pages bemoaning this last. For someone studying linguistics, I cannot speak any of these words. All right, what do we need? Treasures, hey! Here comes the money. All right, everything's going well, everything's going well. We're gonna keep talking, keep getting followers. Fleeting memory, that's fine. Restlessness. We're gonna go to work here in a second. Ah, I just got done. Time to go back in. All right, what do we get from the book? We got a lantern lore. We got a level 6 one. Nice. The mantra here recorded is a high and extracting magic, which can be used to pledge one spirit to the watchman. Beginning an ascent to the house, Bancroft boasts of his ability to recite it when in his cups. So he fucking does magic when he's drunk. He also had it set to music for performance with fireworks at Vauxhall Gardens. We actually have enough there to combine those two. Let's do that. We're probably going to need an erudition though. So let's go ahead and study a reason real quick. Alrighty, what we get? We got our believer back. Got some notoriety, that's fine. Funds, I'll take it. Got our disciple. Let's look at all the goodies. Another bronze feature. I keep adding an extra T there, Spentry. Unattended church. The minister disappeared one night quite abruptly with his inner circle and the church's chiefest treasures. He is widely assumed to have gone to a better place. Possibly a sunny place besides the shining sea. We could recruit his leaderless flock and make this our base of operations. Ooh. Me likey. Got a book. Chiron at Abydos. A play dealing with the 9-year sojourn of snow goddess in the Thracian city of Abydos by Apollo Fireweaver. It enjoyed success in London in its 1892 edition when it was republished from apparently an older Greek text. We don't need that. We can sell that at the auction house. The Rose of Wozni, marked with a triple sign of arcane contemplative order known as the Sisterhood of the Knot, but a fourth leaf has been added, disfiguring the sign in Greek. Translate that. And another book, The Rose of Nuriel, marked with a triple sign of the arcane contemplative order known as Sisterhood of the Knot in Greek. Okay, these are both connected. Interesting. I want to see how we do this. We could move our base of operations if we so choose. I mean, yeah, let's check it out. Let's go from a darkened warehouse to an unattended church. It can also be used to get rid of notoriety. I like it. That's really cool. I actually really like that system. Get another follower. There's Dread. Woo! Party time. Go ahead and get some opium. We love us some opium. We also need to read these texts. All right, so we got our reason back. We got erudition. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and increase this lantern lore. See what comes of it. Get our job back, go to work. Change these two spots so it doesn't bother me. All right. No address is really ever permanent. Like our bodies, we leave them all in the end, but for now, this is home. Even on Sunday morning, there are quirks in the order of service, but most outsiders don't notice. Outsiders are not invited to the ceremonies we hold at chillier hours. All right, so this allows us to get a sanctuary. A space designed for contemplation and perhaps even peace. Aspect headquarters. Nice. So what happens if we explore this place? The wounds of wisdom. Not all doors are wounds, but every wound is a door. The history of this place is rich with both wounds and doors. With the right materials, we can soften the air where once the air opened. Let's check it out. Let's go ahead and get rid of this dread. Really? Please. Um, how's this looking? Study glorious lore. We're doing that. Glorious. New follower. Let's check them out. Waking chant. All right, we got Pope, Clifton, and acquaintance. Sup, Pope? We're gonna speak to you right away. Wisdom is a country, and these are its maps. Solve all the challenges on both fragments of lore to complete a research task. You can return to the task later if you fail. We already know that. I expected that to be the task. We got a contentment. Oh no, vitality. All right, he is a lantern aspect. Running out of room here. I might have to start organizing stuff differently. Worry about that in a second. All right, what's it looking for? Erudition or a library? We have erudition. All right, what do we get? We got a subtle flaw, which is a level 2 knock lore. Okay, so each base provides a different lore, or sorry, a different influence. Interesting. So last one, the docks provided forge. This one provides knock. Only level 2, which is fine. I assume as you get further places, we can find even better influences, which would be dope. All right, we're gonna keep doing that. We're about to get sick, but luckily we just generated this vitality. RNG is on our side for now. We're gonna go ahead and sell this book. We already speak Greek, so we don't need it. Make probably a fund, whatever, that's nice. Blinking into light. Now I understand. Hell yeah. That's what we want. We want that next level because then we can combine it with that one and get an even higher one. Boom. Thanks, Vitality. You the best. Hey, we got a fund. That's what I figured. I'm pretty sure we got everything we could. Something deep, mystery, something. I know you can get that projector with the winter lore on it, or the winter lore and the ritual, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get that before you get to the something deep mysteries. So we're gonna hold off on that. We're actually going to we're gonna explore with one of these advanced ones. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. I know we can combine those two occult scraps to get another one of those and then combine it with that one, but we're actually gonna risk it for now. Because we can keep getting those occult scraps from the wood as long as we keep doing that. And also, we really need to send someone after our boss there, the annoyance, so that we don't have to worry about submitting this or implementing this reason every time. In the meantime, we're going to continue to talk and get followers. We've got quite a few now, so we should be able to do whatever expeditions we want, theoretically. Nice, look at that. We got 2 of them now. Actually, we're going to hold off on that because we need a erudition. Probably. We don't have a library, so... we haven't upgraded a level 6 to a level 8, I believe it is, yet. So we might need 2 eruditions. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with the changes. All right. Uncover sites in the shires that feature in the histories. This place merits closer investigation. Crocus Hill. So you notice this location is different than this one. So this one's location is in the capital. This one here is in the shires. So basically it represents a different tier of location that we can go to. And we're going to go to it. We have so many funds right now and people available that we're just going to attempt to do these to get more artifacts so we can level them up even higher. I'm worried about this getting more attention, but we don't have any notoriety or anything right now, so I think we're good. If anything, all we have is Mystique. Passion, we're going to get another person, which is great. Go back to work. Reason thin, that's fine. There's the erudition we needed. We're going to go ahead and research this. See what happens. Yep, we've already got the 2 people. We're going to add a 3rd person there. Or 3rd disciple. That way we have a wide range, because they each have a secondary one that they're good at. So they each have 5 forged, which is why we're at 15. 6 winter, 2 edge, and 2 knock. So we can always add one of these guys as needed for meeting the requirements for the rest of them. Yep, we'll almost certainly shatter this door. We've got 15 forged, easy. I don't need to, I guess I can add a funds. We'll get it back if that's the end. I'm pretty sure that's the end because you find the vault after shattering the door. Got this lady. Autosave. I don't know why it lags my computer like that. Alright. Oh, come on. Work with me here. I just need to double click instead of dragging. It's a lot easier. Alright, we need erudition. Here we go. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully it only needs the 1. Soon we're not going to need that job anymore. We've got quite a bit of dough. Alright, there's our lore. She is Moth. Okay. We also need to start doing commissions for these folks. Because they can give us Spintria. Jeez. We'll actually go ahead and do one of those right now. Don't need that. That's fine. What do we got? Treasure lies before us. Nice. Easy. Easy as pie. Now that we got the level 15 people, or the level 15 total, we can just throw that in there. We've got plenty of lantern lore. So we can finish that right easy. And actually, I might try and send somebody after my... Uh-oh. Can I put that in there? No. Okay. It's looking for a fascination. Employ a rarefied mind skill? I actually don't know what that means. A rarefied mind. Oh, my reason can increase no further. Probably if I increase that to the next level. Okay, so I won't be able to complete that this time around. Unless I get lucky. Maybe I'll get some erudition. From something. Who knows? Alright, so actually we're going to hold off on that for a second. We're going to try and send somebody after our employer. Alright, let's see what we got. We got funds. We got an icy atmosphere. 6 winter. We got notoriety. Ah, fuck. Ooh, that's not good. I don't like that. Just gonna grab that. Tristan, disciple. We'll get him back. We'll get our funds back. Our disciple. Disciple. Now we get the good stuff here. Hey, the bone flute. We actually have the ritual that needed that. That's winter, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Meteoric bullet. Edge 4. Nice. Piebald pigment. Some more paints. The Book of the Centipede. And finally, Gradon oil. Another paint. What worries me is he's probably about to grab this notoriety. Oh, no, he didn't. Nice. I got lucky. Because I'm surprised it did not grab that right away. Cool. So we've actually got quite a bit of stuff now. Let's speak to one of our minions here. I really don't want to risk these guys. but I feel like I have to in order to get this taken care of. I could send a pawn after them, but they're only edge 2. I wonder if I could do something with a ritual. Not that one. Not that one. Nope. None of these rituals will allow me to do that. Damn. I was hoping I could do a ritual to get rid of that, the annoyance. I might just have to send one of my people after him. This lady's lantern, winter, and edge. All right, before we head off for the night, we're actually going to attempt this real quick. We're going to speak to Cat Carol about this annoyance. Minion strength is limited. We're going to see if it works. Something else we want to do is we want to increase our dedication, which we don't know because we don't have the stag door yet. We have this, which should be enough, but we don't have the stag door, so we need to actually get to that next location, which we should be able to. Not sure. We'll see. I might have done it wrong. Yeah, I needed 2 erudition there. In the meantime, infuse a corpse, no. Summon a creature, yes. Yes. Sire. Oh, that's weird. Oh, the final stage. What are we missing here? We need forge. We don't need, yeah, those are the only ones we can do. Oh, summon one of the voiceless dead. Here we go. I actually don't remember if it said that the person rarely survives. We'll do that next time. When we stream Friday and we play this, we'll do a ritual, because I'm actually about to hop off. My stomach's killing me for some reason. This always happens towards the end of my stream. We're going to see if our minion was successful here. And then we're actually... Oh, yeah, sure. Let's just grab that restlessness. Nice. Look at that. Forgotten Chronicle. That's actually a level 6. Look at that. That'll get us an even further ahead place. All right. So we're going to wait the return with the prisoner. Boom. That's a great way to end the stream there. All right. So we got our job. We got the prisoner, which we can sacrifice for Lantern, Grail, and Heart. We got notoriety, whatever, that's fine. We should be able to get rid of that. That's awesome, though, because now we have our position. Oh, we still require the... We still require the reason. Interesting. Ambition. It's asking for passion, right? Yeah, okay. We're going to do it. We're going to get the younger Glover's position, and then that's where we'll end it. In the meantime... we're going to research this. We're going to see what we find as far as locations. We really need to get rid of this notoriety. I don't know how, though. I'm going to have to look it up after stream. Let's figure it out. Alright, we're going to wait to see if we get the position. We should. Oh, good. 2 dread in there already. I was not aware of that. We have the Vanderschaft collection. Nice. This is on the continent. So it's not in the Shires. It's not in the city. It is on the continent. Cool. We got the Glover position. Oh, no we didn't. Did we? Senior position. We didn't get it. Interesting. I wonder if it's just a slim chance. Alright, so first off, I want to thank everybody. Let's switch over to the scene here. I want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight. I want to really thank System Chalk for rating me. With those 10 viewers, that's way more than I've ever experienced on here. I know that's silly, but I'm super thankful. And I appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out with me. Even if you're just lurking, I still appreciate it. I'm trying my best to be about community on here, regardless of what game I play. So I appreciate y'all stopping by, hanging out with me again. If you're lurking, that's perfectly fine. I do that when I watch Twitch streamers, whether it's League of Legends, whatever. I just sit there and I enjoy it. And some people are about that, and I completely understand that. I don't like to do this, but as a streamer, I kind of have to. If you enjoyed it, if you didn't already see my automatically generated bot text there, if you enjoyed it, please feel free to follow and help me get my follower goal. I'm at 28 now out of 50, so I'm a little over halfway there, and I'm looking to get to 50 so I can start streaming for affiliate and hopefully start getting subscribers and get all that and build a community and get a website, get my own emotes, get all that figured out. But I appreciate everybody stopping by tonight. Look for me again on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be playing more Cultist Simulator. Seems to be doing really well, and I actually prefer that over Dwarf Fortress. I did enjoy playing Dwarf Fortress. It's just unfortunately not for me. But thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, daytime. It depends on where you're watching from. But once again, thank you very much. If you enjoyed it, hit that follow button. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put all my videos up there, kind of VODs. I'm thinking about breaking them down to 30-minute videos so y'all don't have to sit there and watch a whole 4-hour stream. But thanks again, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.